What it do? What it do? Monday night. I'm late. So what? Who cares? Right? Y'all wasn't ready at 7:30 anyways. Welcome to Outlaw Radio Live on a Monday night. My name is Kevin Barnes. I'm the host of Outlaw Radio, the militant with a microphone, the mouthpiece of the movement, aka the Negro Whisperer, certified professional life coach Negro Whisperer, also known in some circles as the world-class smartass.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not alone. I got my co-host with me, ready to get this thing cracking. Mr. Carter, what it do? What it do? How you doing tonight?
Ready to squabble up. Ready to squabble up. Ready to squabble up. Peace, y'all. How y'all doing out there? Welcome to Outlaw Radio. When we talk that talk, we definitely walk that walk. Raising vibrations and elevating thought. Y'all better come on in. I'm trying to tell you, I am the black woman lover, the black man's brother, the coach and teacher, the hood healer, the ghetto witch doctor. Hey, mama! There go the sing mouse, man! Y'all better come on.
What it do, man? Foundational Black Americans, stand up. 414, stand up. Whoever you are, wherever you're at, if you are trying to live with integrity, stand up, right? I want this to be a show because we're going to have a conversation. Of course.
I had to stand up.
Oh, okay. I didn't know what you was doing. I thought you was testing your audio. I thought you was testing your audio.
You told me to stand up. Foundational Black Americans, stand up. I stood up. Wherever you at, stand up. I was sitting down. I stood back up.
Yeah, man. Man, listen. First of all, I gotta say, we do this on Mondays and Wednesdays at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. But the shows are all posted on my personal Facebook page as well as the People's News Network, which is our sister group. So if you're not a member of that group, please go and join. It's premium Black news and Black expression. And, you know, it's now newly invaded by white trolls. But that's something we'll get into as we move along. But yeah, man, there's so many ways. We actually have a YouTube page, which I just do not promote. For whatever reason, people say, Kev, you need to. You're right. All y'all right. I just don't. At this point, I'm just not doing that. But man, what is Outlaw Radio about? It's a foundational Black American platform. And it's about the things that actually matter to us. Right? Us. Right? Not them. Because we know now they not like us. But you say, what do you talk about? Okay, we talk about Black people shit. So if you are a foundational Black American and you like to talk shit, we got a phone number for you. 262-202-5131. 262-202-5131. Also, the chat room pops all the time, right? Just as I say it, somebody's there. Ewalk is there in the chat room.
Walk.
Yeah, you say, yeah, boy, Walk is here and ready to go. I want to have a conversation with Black America tonight. I want y'all to participate, and that's why I want you to share the show. Because I really am confused at this point. And I've been confused before. And shout out to my Outlaw Radio family. They always get me right. They always say, no, I can't. Okay, this is what it is. So... come on, you got anybody you want to shout out before we get started? Anybody in particular that deserves some love?
I want to shout out foundational Black folks. You know what I'm saying? Because we about ready to bounce back through all this bullshit that's going on. That's what the fuck is about. You know what I'm saying? All the bullshit they put on us, we come right through that shit and emerge on top. So I want to shout out Black folks right now ahead of time, because I know we finna bust this move on their ass, man. I'm fired up tonight, Kev.
I see you got your energy all up. I'm like, damn. I don't know if I can match
what it is, man. It might be that halftime show from yesterday, man. I'm juiced.
sound from what you're saying, how you speaking.
I like that shit.
Sound like you're an individual who's starting to realize the meaning of delineation.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a
concept. In the game, coach.
Listen, I've introduced this to several Black people and been fortunate enough to explain it in a way that shows why it makes sense. And even if they were individuals who said, nah, I'm not that, I don't identify with that, I'm not with that. When you explain not FBA or ADOS or BIPOC or whatever they give it, when you explain the delineation part of it, the specific definition of it, it kind of, you say, oh shit, that deserves some attention. So if you are wondering what the delineation movement is about, please let me know. I'm really willing and able to talk about it, but I want to just go because the elephant in the room, right? And we don't believe in having elephants on Capitol, and I'm not on Capitol, but I still act like I am. But the elephant in the room is the Super Bowl. So let's get into it, Kamar. Let's jump right into it without wasting any time, any shucking and jiving, right? Now, first and foremost, anybody who knows me knows that I am a tremendous fan of football on any level, from youth leagues all the way through the top D1s and the pros. Football played a very important part in saving my life. I can tell you that. And it's one of the best things I ever did, because I haven't still to this day, I've never participated in anything that was that fun. I had fun playing football. Okay. So, but nowadays, with everything the way it is, I'm not really a NFL fan. I'm not really an NFL fan. As a matter of fact, I only watch the Packer games, and we've talked about this. This is something that my father and I started when I was a jit. So this is kind of like a 40-something year thing for me to watch the Packer game on a Sunday. But when they're out, I don't watch it. And a lot of the reasons behind that is what the NFL done to Colin Kaepernick, what the NFL does in terms of Black coaches not really receiving opportunities like they should, the lack of ownership when it comes to people of color, and the understanding of the fact that this is a billionaire boys club. Most of them are billionaires or 100 millionaires at the least, and they play the whole body, the whole slave market thing. It's when you look at the combine and you look at the draft, it's like, damn, this is like us getting off the boats. I mean, and so, but it is what it is. And I know that most of them are Trump supporters. So the NFL.
Hey, can I ask you a question? I'm just want to ask you.
Well, just let me wrap this. Okay. The NFL went along with everybody else in all these, especially post Colin Kaepernick, post George Floyd, when they found out that Kaepernick was correct in what he was doing anyways. And they put the slogan in the end zone that said, "End racism." All of a sudden, that's gone since Trump came. Most of the owners they're Trump supporters.
Yeah.
So this is one of the many reasons I did not watch the game. I wanted to say that. I did not watch the game. I haven't watched the highlights at all. So, come on, I want you to be able to pop. What were you about to throw in?
What I was just going to say, we talked about, it was a question what I had. I can't remember, but I do have something to say about it a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand, like me, I grew up watching the Packers too. You know what I'm saying? And I still watch it. I just like watching the Packers. That's why I still watch them. But you know what I mean? That one year, that year when Colin Kaepernick dropped to his knee, I stopped. I didn't really watch football at all. I didn't watch the Packers. I didn't watch nothing. You know what I mean? But then I think that next year, I think people started coming on back in, and I started noticing how the players wasn't paying no attention to it no more. So, you know what I mean? It's like, well, shit. If the reason why I wasn't watching it was because of their jobs and how they was being treated about their jobs. But if they don't have a problem with their job, why should I?
Okay.
You know what I mean? But It was a question I had. It was a question about what you were saying. I forgot what it was, but we ain't gonna worry about it. It wasn't nothing. I guess it wasn't important. I forgot. Shit.
It's all good. It's all good. I mean, my thing is, I wanted to explain first of all why I didn't watch the game.
Oh, okay.
But the game, beside the fact that the Chiefs got mollywopped and they didn't do this three-peat, and people in America tend to turn on you when you have success. So they had won 2 Super Bowls in a row. They had won, I think, maybe one a couple years prior. I think Mahomes has 3 rings. There's all kinds of accusations about the legitimacy of the way the game is refereed and officiated. I don't want to go into all of that because the most important part of this is the halftime show. And this Kendrick Lamar thing, I love it. I love it. I love it. Not just the performance. I'm going to talk about the performance. I want to talk about the conversations that I've just observed on social media all day. A very wide array of comments and you know, people who wanted to be heard and all of the people who are supposed to have important platforms and all of this. There was a lot of people who said they hated it. There were people who said it was the worst thing I've ever seen. There were people who said, oh, this should have been Lil Wayne. There were people who said, oh no, Drake would have done a better job. I personally, as a foundational Black American, love that shit. And I'm going to tell you why. We said this months ago in the summer when the song They Not Like Us first came out. We talked about how it was such an important personal cultural statement for us. And I think this is very closely aligned with the delineation movement.
It is. It is. Because see, the thing is, he talking about culture vulturing too in that. You know,
he's delineating.
Exactly. Exactly.
He's saying it to you in the most clear terms. They not like us. Okay.
Right.
And so for a very long time, for people, and this was such an important moment for me because I know there are a lot of people who didn't understand anything he was saying. They didn't know what he was talking about. They didn't understand the sentiments. The only thing they heard that whole show was pedophile. That's all they heard.
Yeah.
He did a whole set with SZA, which was beautiful.
Beautiful.
I love SZA. I just don't know what she be saying most of the time, but it sounds good, right? I do. And then, you know, it's just like, okay, in terms of who's out here really pushing the line when it comes to our culture. I want to stop right there because I want to go to my chat room. Erica Hunt, how you doing? She said, what up, Outlaws? She said, SEIU, the face I make when management say the union lady here. Staff Siwu, I guess they not like us. Erica will put that union twist on anything. She just proved it. They're not union people. They're not like us. Ain't what I'm talking about, though. And first of all, let's break this down, Kamar, because everybody else gave it some time. So I'm gonna give it some time. Because I'm, you know, look, these ain't conducive to like typing.
Mm-hmm.
And look at my thumbs, bro. Dude, I put my phone in my pocket sometimes and I don't had a button cleared. I've been called 6-7 people, sent messages. People be like, Kev, what? Like, dude, I went to sleep with my phone in my pocket. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, so I'd rather do it here on Outlaw Radio. And if you want to call in and contribute to the conversation, once again, the phone number is 262-202-5131. So first of all, people keep saying, well, what was the message? The message. And I was thinking like, well, the message is obvious. This ain't the rap they want us to listen to. First of all, the fact that you had Samuel L. Jackson there. This is why I keep saying, people saying, well, he didn't really do nothing. I'm like, dude, wait a minute. Is that Samuel L. Jackson? Go ahead, bro.
Samuel L. Jackson was basically saying America likes affable Negroes. You better calm down, Kendrick.
You on the verge of making it.
Don't do it. You better. They like calm niggas.
Yes. And so first, so that was a message, right? Like that, just to take Kendrick out of it and just put the Sam Jackson joints. It's like, okay, there's a message here, okay? And people kept saying, what is the message? So I'm gonna let them know what I interpreted as the message. The other thing was fluid movement, in which we as foundational Black Americans can get on a beat and ride that motherfucker so good, people who don't even know the song moving, because the people in so in sync on stage, they're like, shit. Well, and so the other message I looked at was, here's a Black man who has managed to put some sort of integrity in back on the name of hip hop. And I want to say this for the people who say, well, nobody listens to him. I'm like, this dude has sold millions of records. He sells out arenas. Well, if it wasn't for Drake, he has a Pulitzer Prize. I've never heard him do fake coke raps. I've never heard him talk about shooting nobody. I mean, if it was thinly veiled.
Or telling a story or something from the hood.
It was, yeah, but not, he's never portrayed himself as, I'm a pimp, I'm a hustler, I'm a thug, I'm a gangster. And this is what we've been saying we wanted back in hip-hop, Kamar. Right. All us old heads, all our old asses. This is what we've been saying, man. What happened, man, back in the days. We had PE and X-Clan and shit.
I got two things, right? Like, in the beginning, like you talk about the message. Before the show even started, I knew it was going to be a message. Every time Kendrick get on that big stage, think about it. It's a message. He's saying, you know what I mean? Remember a while back on the BET Awards when they was in the prisons, talking, you know what I mean, the prison reform and shit, talking about Black people chained up. We gonna be all right. You know what I'm saying? He always got a message in this shit, in the songs, in his performances. You know what I mean? It's all. So my thing was, what's the message gonna be? I want to see how he gonna act it out, or how they gonna portray it. You know what I'm saying? When they start jumping out the car with the different colors, I was thinking it was like a gang unification type thing. You know what I mean? Because they also trying to push peace out there in LA. So I was thinking that until I seen them form that flag like that and then split that motherfucker, rip that motherfucker down the middle. You know what I mean? I said, oh no, this is some deeper shit. So I really start getting, you know what I'm saying? Like, K-Dot is deep. Now that was the first thing, you know what I'm saying? I was on. I just knew it was going to be a message.
We're just talking about, if you're just tuning in, we're just talking about the message because it seems to be lost on some people. Come on, I'm just trying to bring people up to speed on where we at. And some people kept saying, well, what was the message? Or people kept saying, oh, fuck that message. Or so I just, okay, keep going on what else you into.
And then I want to get on about the number two. How you got a lot of people that's talking about, well, the show sucked. The show was shit. It sucked. You know what I mean? Now, I ain't gonna say nothing about their intellect, you know what I'm saying? Or where they at consciously, you know what I mean? I ain't gonna say that. But what I will say is this: what would you expect out of a show? I feel like he did everything you're supposed to do in the show. It was entertainment. It was something to look at, you know what I mean? Like the way that all this shit, it was dope. It was a message in the show, you know what I mean? It was something to learn from it, you know what I mean? And he wasn't just walking back and forth across the stage, raise your hands in the air, wave like you just don't care, you know what I mean? No, he really entertained you niggas. He danced, he did a couple dance moves with the, you know what I mean, with the groups and shit, and you know what the fuck did you expect?
So okay, I want to get back to even that and understanding because you asked Kamar, what do you want to see when you go to a show, right?
Right.
I'm a hip hop guy, right? Like I'm the hip hop snob. I'm very passionate about it. I don't care how old I get, and you can't tell me I'm too old. But I do understand that there's different genres for different people, and I do understand that at heart it's a young art form. It's when I say young, I mean something, the heartbeat of it is young people. You know what I mean? So the older you get, the more you kind of discount it, you know. But to rap the way he rapped, and there's no auto-tune, he's not lip syncing. This dude gave a show.
Yeah, there wasn't no ad libs playing, None of that shit.
Did he do? 10 songs, maybe 9 songs? I don't know,
man.
So in terms of even a show, even how a show is conducted, like you said, there's dancers, there's all kinds of symbolism, there's movement. I don't really understand why Serena was there. I get that she grew up in Compton, and I know he mentioned her. I guess because Drake used to date her, but she's there crip walking, which that was the only part of the show where I was like, like, come on, like, and I don't put that on Drake. I mean, she's from Compton. She's probably done so much. And come on, this goes back to
vegan restaurant. I told you about the vegan restaurant I went to in Compton.
Hold on, this is what when we had the conversation about Snoop. I don't know what she's done philanthropically in that community.
Right.
So I call her a bad wench on here, but she might be, the big homie out there. Like she might have given back to the community. So I just want to
maybe, you know what I mean? And that's some of the stuff we don't be knowing about a lot of these people. Right. And then we start calling them names and shit, but we don't know what the hell they did, you know what I mean, or what they doing. So it's like, okay, if Snoop did that at the Trump event, you know what I mean? Do that mean he can't go do this in the hood?
I think Snoop's was a little bit more severe than hers. The only violation,
it is.
The only violation
I'm just saying
on her, Kamar, is
but even on that note,
Chucks didn't match her dress. I thought that was odd. She didn't have the right Chucks on.
Well, she's a little disconnected too.
Right. she had some turquoise Chucks.
You know what I'm saying? What the hell, man? She was practicing. She was practicing the sea. She practiced the sea walk on the sideline.
I don't know, man.
I seen the video of her practicing before the show.
I'm on the fence with anybody like right now who's not a Crip, who Crip walks. Now, shout out to the homie Westside Zeladon, my best friend. Like I said, my brother from Zell's from South Central Los Angeles. And I done seen this brother go in the club and really Crip walk. I'm talking about I'm sitting at the bar like he's snapping. He's out there like, but it's authentic for him. So when I see Serena do it and I see other entertainers, I feel like okay, but once again, I understand that's another thing. That's a negative nuance of our culture, but it's still cultural because it's a movement. It's almost like a tribal dance.
That's what I was gonna say. But is it negative really?
I guess because of the name. When you call it Crip walking, you are indicating one of the most. Because believe me, the whole Crip blood thing, I understand in LA is cultural, but it is as negative in terms of its effects on our community as the crack epidemic.
Right, and you're right. Well, okay, now let me ask this then: if they ever did come across this peace treaty, is it still a bad dance?
Well, there's blood walking that looks similar. There's bee walking, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, like, so if they came with this peace, like, would it be looked at in the same light? Would it just be a dance then?
It would be for a heart, because if I'm a gangbanger, like say I'm on the other side, right? And I'm really about that life. And I'm knowing what that means. So when I see you and you looking at me like, yeah, boy, because you hitting me up. See, part of it that's left out now, and this is what I learned from the homie Zeladon. You see a lot of people doing it now, they just doing this. But he's like, in LA, if you was a Crip and you was doing that, you was throwing up. What you was throwing up meant something.
In your hood, right? Yeah.
Right. So anybody who's on the other side say, "Oh, that's them so and so." You know what I mean? So
right.
I don't know. I'm reaching a little bit because I had to find something I didn't like about this performance because it was so dope to me. I'm reading, and I know people listening like, really, Kev, you reaching? Let me catch the chat room. Here we go. Oh, y'all busy. Erica Hunt said the dancer was a subliminal message to our communities to let us know that it's time to get united and on the same beat. I think you mean dancers. I get that. The rhythm of it, their movement was highly choreographed. They wasn't just running around the stage. Everybody's movement had purpose. That's what I'm saying. The fluidity of it. That's what like y'all didn't see that. Y'all wasn't entertained. Yeah, how you doing? He said I'm in this bitch. Sharina Lynette says she it cut you off. I don't know what you were saying, Sharina. Erica Hunt says she Drake ex-girl, but a woman scored energy, a black woman energy. But yeah, and she married to a white dude. But she's a black woman, and I think it's simply maybe because she's Drake's ex, but also believe, like Kamar and myself alluded to, there's some community things there that we're unaware of. And I don't know how much money she's still shooting out there to have little sisters in Compton be able to take tennis lessons.
Hey,
or
like maybe
equipment. I don't know what she's doing like that.
Maybe that was him saying, bring her back because she good in the hood. Like, you know what I mean? Like you said, the stuff, maybe she doing stuff that we had no clue about.
Absolutely. But I mean,
you know what I'm saying? So he like, no, she cool. She might be married to this motherfucker, but she's still good. She do us right. You know what I mean? Like, I remember we was asking these questions before, like about, you know what I'm saying? If a motherfucker got a white mate, like say it's a can a black man be pro-black with a white wife?
Yes,
you know what I mean?
We've had that conversation.
My answer would be, okay, well, technically, since it says pro-black, you can't be pro-black, but you could still be for black people. That don't mean you pro-black, because pro-black mean I'm all black everything. I ain't going. Ain't nothing shaking. You know what I mean? But, okay, you got a white wife, but you can still be doing stuff for your community. So I'm still for black people.
Okay. So you're right in that you can do whatever you want anyways, no matter who you marry to.
Really, really, right.
Right. No. And I'm with you but there's one thing. There's one problem with this whole concept, Kamar, which is the word compromise, because you are not in a relationship with a white person without being able to compromise in order to deal with their whiteness, especially if they are a white person. Now, if they are a wigger, as what they used to call them in the 90s, then they try to act, but that's not really who you are. So I'm uncomfortable. I want you to be who you are, right? And so there has to be a compromise. When we see some shit on the news and we say, oh, motherfucking white people be tripping, and your white wife sitting there like, huh? Like, but I'm one of the good ones, right? Like, it's something that's just added pressure to me.
But that don't take away from nothing that you doing for your community.
It does not. But when the shit's on the line, when the shit's on the line,
what you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Right.
That's what. Thank you. That's where I was trying to get at, Kamar. Like, okay, that's fine. But when this shit go down, where you sitting at?
Right.
I just want to get out of here. And
Right.
I mean, it's just like when you have those children, if you haven't created a beautiful balance within their lives to understand their white genetics and their black genetics and their black family, and they need to be aware of both sides, because a lot of times they hit a fucking wall when they are encountered by their own people.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because then they start saying, well, who the fuck am I?
When they don't know who they are.
Am I black? What is this? Okay, so I'm part black. What does that actually mean? Because I was raised not entertaining that. Let me get to the chat room. I know we've gotten away from the Super Bowl show. I'm going to get back to it. Mama Jenkins said, good evening, my Outlaw family. My take on the halftime entertainment was informative, but the audience of Super Bowl watchers are old school and got lost in hip-hop times. Even myself, if it was not for me having grandchildren listening to their music, not by choice, but to share their music, I can relate to what he was saying. Hip-hop is not my favorite, but it is the new wave of nowadays. And she says she loves the crib walk. Well, to that, I would say, I don't think the people at the games are old. Because you see, if you look at those games, there's some old people there that are mostly close to the field. But those people up in them upper decks and where the fights and shit be at, and those ain't young people. The owners are old. They're old traditional white men. The stockholders, anybody who has a real business situation aside from Jay-Z, and even he's old as well. So I don't, I think that there's a level of, when it comes to their audience, because it's a cultural unifier. You got some Latino and some Asian fans who are just as passionate as some white dudes from Minnesota or Chicago. Because in Minnesota and Chicago and Green Bay and all these cities, white dudes go out. Hell, they done tore the city of Philadelphia down. Tore it down.
Hey, I saw Nick Sirianni in the bar drunk as a motherfucker on the stage singing this shit.
I didn't even see that. Was he? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Okay.
That was going down.
I promise y'all I'm going to get back to the show. Ewok said, as long as Bloods and Crips exist, them true members gonna Crip walk. Dion said he didn't watch the game. You know what, Ernest? First, let me respond to that, because I think, once again, this is something that's embedded in our culture. It's just like when we talk about, we're from the Midwest, so what we grew up knowing was peoples and folks, vice lords and GDs. Right. It wasn't no Crips and Bloods. It was folk corner hustlers. It was, I'm not familiar with all of the gangs, right? The ones that come from Chicago. I know vice lords and I know GDs. That's what I grew up, either you had to the right or to the left. Theirs was either red or blue, right?
That dance is generational.
Right, but it's just like saying on the G now.
Right.
Like when I hear people saying on the G, I realize that most of the time, if you hear most of the people you hear say it aren't really folks.
Right.
They ain't GDs.
I was gonna say, I think that dance is even more than on the G, like more serious than on the G, because you know what I mean? Because like everybody, like you said, anybody and everybody say it now. But right. Anybody and everybody can't go to Compton and Crip walk.
And you know what? Everybody can't go. Everybody can't go to Chicago. You get fucked up. But everybody can't go to Chicago and say on the G either.
No, you're right. That too. I was just speaking of here. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you're right. Here. Chicago. No, you can't go over there talking that shit.
Hey, where I grew up at, it was some places here where if you said that shit, somebody called you on it. What you?
Back then.
What you know about that?
Nowadays, not so much.
So right, so it's just like the Crip walk thing where I said, now that you take out the whole real identifying with your fingers, now we just twisting them as opposed to really throwing up,
That's my favorite. Y'all know I love twisting.
And they, and I'm gonna tell you, they consider that disrespect.
They don't like it.
Yeah, they consider it disrespect. Everybody else doing their dance and throwing up bullshit fingers and shit.
I swear, Kamar, every time I've ever been anywhere with the homie, like I said, my homie Zell and I, and somebody's doing it, he be like, look at cuz. He don't know. He was like, if I was at the crib, niggas would be all at him like, where you from, man? Where neighborhood you from? So, Juice Lady, welcome to the show. We are just conversing in regards to the Kendrick Lamar show last night. Everybody had something, like Tupac said, everybody had to open their mouth with a motherfucking opinion. so, and I seen people say it was great. I seen a lot of people say the messages, and then I seen people say that shit was dumb. He's overrated. People don't listen to him. People talking about the man bell bottoms. I was talking about Serena with some mismatched chucks. Them wasn't even chucks. All the money she got, she didn't even have no real chucks.
Dang, you was looking that close at her shoes?
You couldn't see it? If somebody's crib walking with blue on, if somebody's crib walking with all blue on and they're from Compton.
It was two different color blues.
Oh, you mean the blues from her shoes that match her dress?
Right. And in out there, you can't. No, if you you gotta have the right blue chucks on. And they gotta be chucks. I don't know what she had on. There might have been some Versace's or something. I don't know. There was some Pro Wings, and it was turquoise.
She had some Zappos.
She had the roller skates in the bottom of her shoes, yo. Let me see, Dion. Dion said I didn't see no message, and I wasn't looking for one.
Well, that's why you didn't see it.
Right. Well, you missed 99% of the shit you ain't looking for.
Right. No shit.
He said, if you marry outside the race, fuck you. I mean, I hear you. You know what? I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to say that because I'm telling you, if it's very hard to find that kind of love. So if you really find somebody you feel like loves you, I don't care what race they are. If they looking out for you,
that's your choice.
You better get in where you fit in. Just don't forget who the fuck you are. Just don't forget where you came from. Right.
Every night I'm going home. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, hey, man, shit. It's a. But I do understand, because we just discussed there's a certain level of compromise involved with any relationship if we're talking about a serious relationship. So if she's white, right? Because sometimes she's gonna say some white people shit. Like, I just don't understand why you guys won't do what the police tell you. You're like, what the fuck did you say?
Right. Put some raisins, drop some raisins in the potato salad.
Right. Oh my God, taste my macaroni and cheese. You're like, oh, what the fuck is this? No, listen. You made your bed, you lie in it. That's pretty much what it is. But like I said, I think the halftime show was dope. Jermaine Anderson says the halftime show was horrible. Once again, if you're not a hip hop purist, see what I be looking for now. Number one is no auto tune. I don't want to hear no emo ass rap. I don't want to hear about your pills you take. I don't want to hear about how much money you got on your wrist. It's just like we looking at all this senseless entertainment. People are in love with BMF. And Kamar, I said this. When we were talking about power and all this, and you asked, this was a couple years ago, I said, man, I don't watch BMF. And everybody's like, what you talking about? I'm like, I don't see no reason for us to be watching and celebrating something that done so much damage to our community, i.e. the crack epidemic. If we're saying, oh, this dude was the nigga, he sold 100 keys a week. Where the fuck you think he sold them at?
Right. We got to be careful. We got to be careful not to glorify this shit.
I mean, is that not what all of our shows are about right now? You know what I'm saying? We got strippers, we got pimping, we got drugs. I mean, that's what everything is about.
That's the problem. Right now. But that's the problem.
It is the problem, but it's also it's entertainment. It's entertainment, but Courtney, I think something like, okay, so if we're just doing a random movie, that's what cinema is, right? Like, there's a movie and you go, it's an original script, somebody wrote it, it's a story. But then when you start talking about things that are supposed to be historically accurate, so what we do is draw off of something like BMF or American Gangster with Denzel, in which he was Frank Lucas, who was basically
he really did walk up on somebody in the street and shoot him in the face.
But his claim to fame is that he sold hundreds of keys of heroin in Harlem. Harlem had a heroin epidemic for a very long time, and we said, now that's the shit we should be looking at. And it's entertaining. I'm a cheerleader for foolishness sometimes. I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes Sexy Red come on satellite radio and I listen to the whole song.
Oh, thank you. Damn.
Man, her and Bruno Mars, I said, oh shit.
Pretty sexy.
Not that one.
Right.
What's the latest one with Bruno Mars? Hot, fat, juicy, and wet. I'm like, oh shit. So we love a little ratchetness here and there. It's cool. Right. But it can be our sole focus. I'm looking at 50 Cent and Rick Ross and all these black dudes dissing each other for what other man they hanging around. All of us 50 or older. You talking about, man, oh, if you're going to take a picture with dude.
Hey, I'll be hanging with my ops, man.
I think that's more street, though. Right? Yeah, that's more street rule shit, because, see, it's about dude being a snitch.
And the niggas that shot me,
son. Big Meat your rap. Right,
yeah, but that's in response to him taking a picture with Rick Ross. All this,
but also his brother taking a picture with the niggas that shot him, son.
You're saying it's more to it. What are you saying is more to it?
Like I said, his brother also took a picture with the niggas that shot 50 Cent. His brother took a picture with their son.
Well, allegedly, we don't know. We don't know.
If you know if that's his son, what you mean?
And I'm saying we don't know if the Supreme Team is who shot 50.
Well, I mean, clearly he knows.
Here's the irony. You know, there's an accusation because 50 himself made a song called Ghetto Quran in which he said all of this. So who's the rat?
What I'm saying is, right. I ain't saying that's what I was getting at. I ain't hear nothing. I don't know nothing about all that. But what I was getting at was
public knowledge.
Was 50 talking about doing a movie on Tammy Collins. Now Tammy Collins is the girl who Big Meech got to do the snitching, the work to help him get out. Now what I think happened is I think 50 and Big Meech had a talk, and 50 asked him, well, who was Tammy Collins? And he couldn't really answer that. So, hold on now. I probably ain't gonna be able to fuck with you. I'm just saying this is what I think. I ain't saying this is fact. I'm connecting the dots with all the different shit I done saw. You know what I'm saying?
I love how you made. I love how you made sure. This is this is what I'm saying. I ain't read this shit nowhere. This is just Kamar philosophizing.
Right. I'm connecting dots here from what I done read and shit.
This is my hypothesis, right?
And heard, right? So you know what I mean? My thought is 50 did that because see, he also had a text thread going that went public with Big Meech's son, with Lil Meech. And he asked him, well, who was Tammy Collins? And you know what I mean? Ain't nobody trying to answer that. So, well, you know what I mean? He stopped doing the BMF movies, and now they say he working on a movie about Tammy Collins.
Right, but once again, everything you said sounds like business. And the
and
way that I was raised, that business should be conducted. But they're doing this on the internet. This is Instagram. This is what these youngsters do, and we look at them and criticize them for it. But you're doing the same thing. What they call us
been doing it.
For 50, it keep them relevant.
Yeah, he been
the social media can keep you relevant too, right?
It can, even if you're on some clown shit.
Right.
Exactly. Even if you're on some clown shit.
Yeah, I used to always want 50 to get beat up, man. It ain't never happened. They still ain't did it. I used to feel like somebody need to bust him in this shit, and no, man, nobody did it. Now look at him.
Allegedly, we all know 50 the greatest troll.
Man,
allegedly he got
whenever he troll a motherfucker, y'all know he be having receipts.
Allegedly, he got tuned up in the studio in Atlanta and stabbed some. I don't want to go into. I don't want to talk about 50 Cent. Rest in peace to Irv Gotti. Let me get to the chat room.
Yeah, I was just saying, I don't think he'd call him a rat for nothing.
Yeah, I don't. At this point, I just feel like we got bigger fish to fry. It's like super teenage. Kamar, it's like super high school. Yeah, like it's like fun, really. It's for cats to have money and businesses and opportunity. The fact that you're doing this, you're a clown. You think you're the ringmaster, but you're actually one of the clowns in the circus.
That's how people with money act.
I will tell you, man. Like, okay, I put all this money behind this dude making this movie, this TV show, or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I mean? You come out and you go with the motherfucker who I had having a problem with. Like that was fun. I put your son on for you while you was locked up. I put your son on. I did your job for you, and for you to cross me like that. And
okay. And Kamar, you're correct.
Like 50 got a power thing.
That's what I say. I just think it's a lot of street. It's a lot of street rules.
That's not really street.
I mean,
okay. Well, it is because if you cross me, I ain't fucking with you no more. You fuck with my enemy, I ain't fucking with you. I'm cutting everything. That's what I say. I just think it's a lot of street mentality shit mixed in that.
But we know he trolled all like damn near his employees. Not all of them, but it's been a couple videos of his employees from different shows saying they owed 50 or 50 was doing some money, 50 making posts and shit like that. And I think it's the power, knowing that these people are earning a living from you, and he just one of them powered, hungry type niggas.
Yeah, shout out to 50 Cent. I hope y'all get it done.
But I had something to say about his son. Now, when his son made that video laughing, for Lil Meech, saying you thought you was the only one, you know what I'm saying? And he laughing at him. Now, me personally, did you see this video, Kev?
I've seen videos where his son was talking.
I've seen that video.
Once again, this all gets too messy for me.
But what I was going to say,
too old to be, it's just stupid.
When I see that video, I see a hurt child, a child whose daddy abandoned him. And nigga, you thought my daddy loves you? He don't love nobody. Nigga, you thought you was special. I'm not even.
I see a little boy who was spoiled and poisoned by his mama. That's what I see. I see a spoiled little dude who had a spoiled baby mama who spoiled him and corrupted him against his daddy, because his daddy is probably a dude who says, yeah, I'm rich, but you ain't. You got to get yours out the mud like I did. I'm going to give you. He actually went to prep school here in Wisconsin and played basketball. A very prominent prep school here. You ain't never heard of it. It ain't in the city.
Hey, listen, I'm sure that wasn't cheap. You know what I mean? I'm sure it wasn't cheap, and his mama probably didn't.
That's what I'm saying. So all this complaining he does, oh, my daddy wasn't there, and all this. once again, I don't want to talk about 50 Cent.
I think there's some hurt, man. I think they need that Ayanna Fix My Life sit down. I think there's some hurt.
Let's see how they work out for DMX.
There's some hurt. There's some hurt.
Jermaine Anderson said Juvenile was mad he didn't get. Why would Juvenile even say anything? He did the song for the vaccination.
Right.
Get vaxxed up. Shut up. You just like Nelly. Sit your ass down. Said the football game was great. I didn't see it. Didn't watch the game. Only watched the halftime show. Larry Perdue, my homie, my former co-host on the Big Black Sports Show. He said, scratching my head, bro. We arguing about K-Dot halftime performance while brothers and sisters chasing Nazis out the hood in Cincinnati 2 days ago. Yes.
Hey, shout out to Lincoln Heights, Zone 15 too. I just happened to go there right after I graduated out of high school. My homeboy Boogie took me down there, man. Right after we graduated out of high school, Lincoln Heights. They was wild down there too, man. Okay. But you know what? I remember him telling me too, like they always did have racial issues down there like that. So it ain't surprising to see that that's happening there.
Well, I think one thing people got to understand is when those individuals have those demonstrations or those rallies, they have to get a permit to do so.
Right.
And what that permit does is it brings the police there to protect them.
Right.
Because there is a such thing as the First Amendment. And so when you see them somewhere and they got their flags and they, nigga, and then it's all good until a bunch of black people show up or, people of color, whatever you call them. And then you got hell what you seen in which they had to get the fuck in the U-Haul and get the fuck up out of Dodge. Where the police was like, shit, y'all better get your ass up out of here. Right. But yeah, shout out to them. That's what I'm saying. Like, why 50 of them arguing about that? And we got this Trump energy in our country. We have more trolls in the People's News Network now than I ever recall. And I shortchanged myself. I looked at the thing. It said I created that group in 2014. So we've had this group for over 10 years, and we never had this many trolls. Like just watch some of the comments when you put a post in there, and like you see white dudes, like some white dude came in and shit. He was trying to get at me. So listen, I'm not giving you no energy. Stop it. Stop it. You don't deserve my conversation. Lucky leprechaun over the fuck your name is.
Hey, look.
People saying that Scott Epps said dummy page too, because he got suspended for 15 days.
Hey, I shared the video in there, man. It said keep the immigrants, deport the racists. Who you think was the first person to say something?
Scott Epps.
Oh, Scotty. Scotty called himself trying to tell me what you need to do what you need to do, player. I'm gonna keep doing what I'm doing.
You're a troll.
You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, with that post, it was funny because only people that would get upset with that would be somebody who's a racist. Keep the immigrants, deport the racists. Who gonna say something against it? You know what I'm saying? It's Scott, and that's why I asked him that. That's what I asked him. And I ain't say nothing else after that. You know what I'm saying? I said, well, you must be a racist. Are you?
Dion, the phone is working. I don't know why I dropped the call. Hit me back.
I ain't fit to be going back and forth with you motherfuckers. I ain't gonna give them that power. I'm gonna show them how stupid they is and leave it at that.
Don't laugh at you. Now, I do get Anthony McGee saying, and he's one of my admins, and he says, if you go on these tirades like that, I'm just gonna suspend you. And I don't, he puts time and effort into it. So if he sits you down, you sat.
Sit your dumb ass down.
Right. Hey, Kev, nah, son. Nah, you good. You talk to him, man. I'm not tripping on that. I'm not tripping on that. Let me get the chat room. Londa Perkins, how you doing, my sister? How you doing on a Monday evening? She said, all with no positive influence or relationships. Oh, I don't know. I wish I could remember what we were talking about. Jermaine Anderson said neo-Nazis in Ohio, the black community, they got ran out. Dion, like I said, the phone is working. I did see your call. I tried to answer it. It didn't come back. But no, I wanted to get back because, Kamar, I wanted to ask you because I want to go back to the Kendrick Lamar thing because this was the hot topic all day long. And see, I'm just like, although I might not participate in the conversation, I just love the fact that people are actually conversing. But there was this question about who would have been a better performer for this event, and people were saying Lil Wayne, and I'm like, what value would Lil Wayne have brought to that? Like, okay, he's from New Orleans. Do I want to see a Cash Money reunion at the Super Bowl? Do we want to see a Cash Money reunion at the Super Bowl? I don't think we do. I don't think we want to see Baby come out with tattoos all on his face at the Super Bowl. I don't. We don't need bling bling.
We'd have had that dumbass performance. Throw your hands in there. That's all it would have been on one stage. It wouldn't have been no show. They wouldn't have been dancing and doing different shit all over the field for you to look at over here. Now look over here. They over here doing something, and it wouldn't have went down like that.
I just think that the optics on it would have looked different, because as opposed to having this young black dude running around really just high energy performing, and everything is choreographed and there's bars, real lyrics, and you can hear them, and there's no auto tune. You would have had the typical bunch of old dudes, probably with their pants hanging down, with dreads and tattoos everywhere, and diamonds in their mouth, saying
unapologetic lyrics,
just singing bling bling, and like do we need bling bling in 2025?
No.
No. And like you said, is Lil Wayne? People say Lil Wayne got a better catalog. What songs? Like he gonna do fuck the one with Bobby Valentino, Fuck the Police. He gonna do, because the mixtape songs he got, those white people wouldn't have been moving to that shit either. They'd just been kind of like, oh my God, it's Lil Wayne. What is he saying? Right. Like they said he could have did Lollipop. They said he could have did Lollipop. I don't know. I think for this, what we're dealing with in this country, simultaneously with Trump and the delineation movement, and actually the line needing to be drawn in the sand when it comes to our culture, because we have innovated so many different things, and everybody wants to jump on this shit and say they created it. Like, we've lost rock and roll, we've lost jazz, we've lost country music, right? All we really got that we still really dominate is gospel music and hip hop. And you put R&B in there because it's more of a fusion thing now with hip hop and R&B.
Even gospel music.
Well, I said, that's what I'm saying. I said gospel music. That's what I said. I said the only thing we own is gospel music and hip hop, and we've lost everything else. And then we get white people coming in trying to say, oh, or Puerto Ricans or Latinos, I'm sorry, saying, hey, we created hip hop. Y'all didn't. Or Jamaicans saying, no, we did that shit. You think about the very music that made hip hop great, that was sampled, was black music. Right. The music, the backbone of it was black music. And it was young black male spitting, and Latino said, hell, we made that shit up.
Right. Hey, that's the equivalent of me making my smoothies using my Vitality tea as the liquid base.
Okay.
Right? That's the same equivalent. Like, okay, we're gonna use this old school R&B and use that as the base line for the new hip hop. Now we got hip hop.
Yeah, but what you gonna do when some Jamaican dude says, "Oh, we've been doing sea moss forever"? Jamaicans invented Vitality smoothies.
Well, no, they couldn't have did that.
It's the same thing with hip hop. We like
how you do it.
Once again, it's the same thing, like you said. Yeah. We like, no, that ain't what y'all couldn't even speak English.
Right.
You couldn't speak English. I don't know if you know that a very important part of hip hop is spoken word, preferably in English. I don't like European rappers. I don't listen to African rappers. Like, I hear the one dude's 1 band, 2 band, 3 band, 4. I'm like, this is the most garbage shit I've ever heard. Turn this shit off. I don't want to hear this shit. That's not hip hop. Dion is in the building. Man, what's going on?
The champ is here. The champ is here. Oh, no, you know, man, I always gotta, sit back but you know what, no, Kev, I ain't gonna lie to you. What is that? The People's Network. They do, it do be like, it's some girl on there, and then I'm not gonna call her a girl, a woman on there, and I was like, Trump empowered them, and she like, nah. Then I said, you must be a Trump supporter, and she refused to answer, and I wanted to go in on her ass, than some, but you know, it might be somebody's sister or something. They're like, man, why are you talking to her like that? You know, like you said, don't give him the energy. And some guy on there, he was talking about the Democrats and the Republicans. I'm like, yeah, we know both of them is the same. The whole thing about both of those people is, you know, they still want to maintain white supremacy, but at least the Democrats got policies. And he like, ain't none of their policies benefit us. And I got the hidden the list of policies like FHA loans, Pell Grants, school grants, the affordable health care, you know, all different type of shit, you know. And if a person that take advantage of that, then I'm sorry on you, you know. And see, that's the thing where I'm starting to get frustrated a little bit. And I don't know where we came up with this shit, but we're trying to use our vote as a bargaining chip. It's kind of too late in the game for that. We should have did that 30 years ago. You know what I'm saying, with these Democrats. You know, we trying to be like, well, what are you going to do for us? If you don't vote for us, hello?
I'm listening.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you don't vote for if you're not going to do anything for us, then we're going to vote for the Republicans. We're not going to vote. And that just, oh, my God.
Yeah,
just look
but
what happened.
Hold on. Make that make sense to me. Why wouldn't we use our votes as a bargaining chip? Why wouldn't we say, if you want our vote, then there has to be some of this, what they say, quid pro quo. It's got to be something in it for me.
Because I feel like, first of all, we're still dealing with white supremacy, regardless of however you want to look at it, whether it's Republican or Democrat. So white people are not too much. They're not. It's just part of life. Like if everybody on the block starving and your family the only one on the block got food, you're not gonna sacrifice the well-being of your family to provide for others. So white people still want to keep their self as a status quo in America. So yeah, they'll give you a little bit, but they're not going to give you a lot.
I'm still not seeing your point in saying
it's not going to work, Kev. Let me say it like that.
It's not going to work if we hold on. I just want to get clarity. I don't mean to cut you off, but I want to get clarity. You're saying it's not going to work for us to tell either political party, if you don't have something in there for us, you're not going to get our vote. Nope. So what's the alternative to that then? Just do whatever y'all want and here's our vote?
The alternative is what we got now.
No.
Yeah, that's the alternative.
No.
Trump.
Okay. So
or whoever be after Trump, and then whoever be after them.
Even if it is, I'm asking you, what would be, because right now we're going to say what's going on right now is not working. It's not effective for us, correct?
It's not working for nobody. But
well, let's talk about us. It's not working for us, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so in order to improve this situation, because it's supposed to be solution-based, what should we be doing with our vote? Like I said, the only alternative to saying, because that's how they vote. What's in it for me? What's your policy? So if you're saying, well, just take my vote, I'm trying to figure out if
there's more of them than us, so they could use that damn near as a bargaining chip. And I really don't see white people use it as a bargaining chip. White motherfuckers that Trump didn't really say what he was going to, nobody. He just got up there and said gay, lesbian, transgender,
you're
abortion.
Wrong. You yourself talk about him and Project 2025. That was his promise
to them. Project 2025 hurting, but Project, no. Yeah,
that was his promise to them. That's why they voted for him.
Did none of them read Project 2025? Because if they did, they probably wouldn't have voted.
I think you're making an incorrect assumption.
Okay,
Dion.
Kev, I told you it's not gonna work. And you can sit up there and be like, "What
will work then? Tell me what will work."
We don't have enough numbers or enough allies to gang a stronghold to either try to start a political party or either
don't do nothing. So don't do nothing. Just just accept it for what it is. That's what you're saying.
I wouldn't say that, but
okay, then
it's
what
not gonna
are
work,
you saying? You can't just tell me something ain't gonna work and then tell me what.
We're gonna have to keep voting the way we've been voting for Democrat or however a person feels, and hope that it's a policy and then it's gonna benefit you. But us, first of all, us as black people are not gonna stay on cold for all of us. How many ever millions of it is to come together to the Democratic Party and try to use it as a bargaining chip. Then if we did, they could lie to us in our face and say, "Oh, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that."
And then you vote them out. The next time around, you vote them out. That's what politics is.
Another 4 years, another 2 years, another 6 years, however.
I'm still not hearing you give me. I'm asking you a question, but first of all, check this out. I don't know who this is. He's on YouTube. He said, dude, I am the Negro Whisperer. I don't know where you got that from. I know this is the first time you heard the show. He said he's the Negro Whisperer. I don't know who he is. He's in the chat room. I just wanted to address this right away. I don't know who you are, but I've been a Negro Whisperer for damn near 15 years.
And it's recorded.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, we can go all the way back. We can go all the way.
And it's recorded.
Before it was even Outlaw Radio, I was the Negro Whisperer.
Like, where is these people coming from?
Yeah. But hey, man, I welcome the traffic. Thank you for tuning in.
It's all good, though.
Thank you for tuning in. Right? He said, drop the link. You own the link right now. It's
drop the link.
It's 300 shows on YouTube. You're watching on YouTube. It's more than 300 on YouTube.
I'm scared over here. Is it violence about to happen on YouTube? Where Courtney at? So she could be my shield.
I want to get back to what you're saying, though. And I'm not, once again, Kamar, you tell me if you're hearing what I'm hearing, because I'm hearing you telling me what won't work, but you ain't telling me what we should do to make it work. You saying let's just keep doing what we're doing.
He don't never tell us what we should do. He always just talk about what's wrong, what they're doing. What Project 2025? We need to go read Project 2025. But the stuff you read, what should we do?
He said this dude said he gonna sue me. No, I'm talking about the dude in the chat room. He's doing the fool. He said, I'm gonna sue you. I am the Negro Whisperer. Okay.
Send dude a motherfucking eggplant emoji and tell him to whisper on that motherfucker. On the real. You fucking with one of the guys on my mama. Motherfucker get on your head, boy.
I just deleted him. I just and deleted him. He wants some attention. I gave him the attention that he won't. I gave it to him.
What I was about to say. I mean, I'm gonna be honest though. I don't think nothing will work though.
Okay.
I'm just that's truthfully honest.
That's your. I don't know. Then I don't know how how do you motivate yourself to get out of bed in the morning if you don't believe anything will work?
This is what we on a national scale is hard, or maybe on a local, and maybe on a minute scale. You know, with doing little shit in our community, you know, just little shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, basically, I was listening to something, and they said, we're going to have to go back and look at the playbook from the ancestors. You know what I'm saying? How they did it. You know, little micro things that, you know, because on a national scale, the white people are still going to, hold on, y'all. We got y'all up next. Y'all up next. Come on, Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? Look what happened with the first time when the Mexicans, it was like they're drowning, they're swimming with babies, and all of us gravitated towards them. But when they came to kick us in the ass, the Mexicans was nowhere to be found. So we have to do it maybe on a microscopic level and just let it, you know, spread like that. But on a national level, as far as trying to control these votes and use our vote as a bargaining chip, I just don't believe it'll work though. That's just me.
You are entitled to your opinion. But I'm gonna say I totally disagree. I wholeheartedly disagree. Because how can you not do something about something that's not working? How can you just accept it and say, oh well, we just gonna have to just keep doing this then? There's if something is not working, there's always a way that you can change it or fix it. It takes effort and it requires us to be intentional. But it's entirely possible. You're telling me if we don't start on a local level and start demanding and holding our elected officials responsible by way of the vote, right? You say, oh, well, in 4 years. Well,
that's what I just said on a local level.
Hold on. But nationally, it can extend itself to that as well, because if you don't think that the black vote is important, why do you think they pander to us for it? You think our vote can't turn the tide in a swing state? Really? Do you think we have there's some power in us voting? Like, I don't know why is that even doubted or discounted? Because they told you that it don't matter, so you just
I'm not saying there's no power, Kev. I'm not saying there's no power. What I'm saying is we cannot use it as a bargaining chip.
Why? Once again, I heard what you said very clearly, but it still make less sense now than it did when you first said it. We can't use our vote as a bargaining chip. Then what the fuck are we voting for?
Okay.
This is what
Okay,
this is what
What are we
voters
voting
do.
for? What are we voting for if we ain't getting what we want? You vote for the stuff you want.
That's how it works. That's what white people do.
Right.
You think it ain't a lot of white people who voted for Trump simply because they make a certain amount of money and they said tax-wise it's better. He's going to rob from the poor and give to the rich. He's already talking about doing it. You talking about a dude who's saying, hey, South Africa. Now you talking about you hate immigrants and you don't want America to be a sanctuary state, but you telling white South Africans they can come here. And you're sanctioning South Africa. They only make up 7% of South Africa's population. How are they in control in the first fucking place? Once again, they're not FBAs, but it ain't like us foundational blacks. Don't feel your pain. It is, you're seeing what we've been dealing with for years. The hypocrisy and the one-sided nature of American politics. How it gives to the people who have, and it takes from the people who don't. I had to put that on the t-shirt. That was slick. I like that one, Kamar. I was just thinking too about this clown talking about he the Negro whisperer. Dude, I'm on the radio here years, like when there was a different radio station here. That when the young brothers had the radio station, we was over here on Appleton. Mike McGee Jr. was on there. I was on there with the Panthers. I was the Negro whisperer then. Ask anybody, player, what you talking about, man? I didn't even give you one of these, but I should have. You a clown. And I'm saying it, and I already banned him. Ewok says we also vote against what we don't want. We should. That's the bargaining. That's the nature of a bargaining chip. Now, I ain't gonna put my shit over here. I'm when you gambling, dude who got the hot dice, you say, oh man, bet 5. Bet 5, he hidden. You ain't gonna put your money up somebody who just crapping out. You're like, oh man, I got 5 on him. Okay, anybody take that bet. I'm just saying, like, I don't understand the logic. I get what you're saying about being pessimistic and how hard it's going to be. And that's the nature of the beast, but I can't understand you saying we can't use our, once again, then what is a vote for? If you're not utilizing it, that's why you need solidarity. The Latinos just proved this. They put their vote together for Trump. They helped him over the fence.
Yeah, 45%, I heard.
They helped him over the fence. And so, I mean, it's not working out in their favor, but that's also a perfect demonstration of, that's why you shouldn't vote against your own best interests.
Yeah, and the Palestinians did too. And look at him; he about to go over there. Yeah, I don't feel sorry for none of them motherfuckers.
Put a golf course on the Gaza Strip. What you talking about? And fill it up with white South Africans.
So listen, though, that just show you how using your vote as a bargaining chip worked the wrong motherfucker way for you. You know.
You voted against that's because they were stupid. The motherfucker, look, that's like us saying, this motherfucker running for office, he say, listen, I'm finna send every black motherfucker back to Africa. And then we go vote for him. That was stupid.
Right. If somebody telling us, as soon as y'all getting office, I'm sending you motherfuckers back to Racine.
We ain't stupid.
But they thought they was doing something to hurt the Democratic Party because they felt like it wasn't no change in the Democratic Party.
That's their fault. If you want to hurt the Democratic Party so bad that you're going to vote for somebody who said we finna deport you, that's your fault. That's your fault. What is Erica talking about? She said me and Dion trying to tell y'all. Tell us what? What was you trying to tell us? What did you try to tell us, Erica Hunt? I'm just saying, man. I think that we need to commandeer the power that our votes have. Like I for real, like I believe that. I don't think we need to abandon that. I think we continue to say, hey, that's really what else you got as a bargaining chip when it comes to how things are run. All you really got is your vote as a bargaining chip. So, but that is what it is, man. I have to give, I know Dion called and I wasn't doubting what he said, but I didn't know the particulars on it. And now I do. So Dion, the purge votes. I'm seeing now 4.7 million votes that have been purged. That's what they're saying.
I thought it was 3.5. I thought it was 3.5.
Yeah,
in the states that matter: Michigan, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, the swing states. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was some bullshit behind it.
Well, they're saying that Kamala was shorted 3.6 million votes, which would have given her a win in the popular election as well as the electoral election, which is what you said. And I just said I want to see more data on it. I want to see the breakdown of it on how they actually did it and what was the difference. So you weren't wrong. I'm just giving you your credit on because you've been calling that out.
I know.
You've been calling that out. So I'm saying, okay, that there's some validity to it. But now, who's going to pursue this? Right? Like, I don't know. You said you feel like the Democrats are a little soft right now. Their underbelly is exposed.
They are.
Or is this just gonna stay? Is we just gonna leave this? This is once again, this is when you ain't using your vote as a bargaining chip, when you ain't speaking up. This is Erica saying we also told y'all not to sit this out or waste your vote. Okay. Yeah, well, wasted votes. That's something else we talked about on here. Who did you vote for?
Mm-hmm.
If everybody would have voted for Dr. Cornel West, we would have been all right.
Cornel.
But Courtney, we kind of knew
if we all would have voted for him.
We all might have to get vaccinated too.
We all kind of knew we wasn't voting for him, though. We all kind of knew. It was like, I don't think it was a mystery. I don't think like people was like, Cornel got a chance. I kind of feel like you knew it was just gonna be you and his cousins vote for him if you voted for him. I feel like you did kind of waste a vote, and I was willing to do so. Like I said, had it been Biden, I probably would have voted for Biden anyways. I just didn't want to. I didn't want to revisit the Trump energy.
Man, it's worse now than ever.
Yes, well, it's just a reminder of how it was when he was last here.
It's gonna get worse. He's playing. He's talking about dismantling the Department of Education. Yeah, so yeah.
Well, he's saying a lot of things, and he's putting executive orders in place, but the states are lining up to sue him. Judges are putting no, we ain't doing that. You know, and I just want to see how long this is a game right now. Once again, when he got elected, the first thing we said was there was going to be a lot of political upheaval, and that this was going to be some legalities. And there was going to be all kinds of litigation. Kamara, remember we talked about that saying, yeah, he's saying gonna come in and do, like you see right now, your boy Elon Musk, he's acting just like a South Africaner, just like a boy.
He a bitch, ain't he gay?
He trying to get trying to get to the money in the treasury. He want all the account numbers. He want AI. He want
it all. Goddamn it! Those are President Musk. His ass.
This is, and he's on.
I want to hear from a Trumper though. Like, why? Is you still sucking his cock? Huh? Is you still believing he's gonna make America great? He's gonna make it a change.
Now they're in denial. Now they just gonna hold strong to whatever the hell they was saying. Now they ain't got no answers to no answers to no questions. You know what I'm saying? They just gotta hold strong to what they said in the first place.
Well, unless they're trying to justify or explain what he's doing, Kamar, like so people are saying, "Oh, he's doing this because of this," and like when he froze the federal money, and they said, "Well, he's trying to do an audit." It's like, dude,
your granny ain't getting her meals on wheels.
Y'all would just let him handle business. Shit, just trying to.
I respect the office. Ain't that what Nelly said? I respect the office.
Your rent. Not your rent assistance voucher. What's that other one? Energy assistance. That shit on hold. But we energy don't give a fuck. Fuck Trump. You got that $900. That's $1,600. You know, because you ain't paid since the moratorium. So we need that. We don't give a fuck about that. Oh my God. Oh,
that was blocked as well. Now some places still got kind of choked out. You know, I don't. Once again,
hey man, y'all want to hear some funny shit? This Mexican told me. Remember, I told you about this viral post I got going. The motherfucker's still going on Instagram, man.
Okay.
But anyway, Mexican told me, he said, "Wow, you're a black man that supports slavery." Because I was talking about like who gonna do the bullshit work the immigrants doing down here, right? Dog said, "Wow, you're a black man that supports slavery. You're a fucking jigaboo," he told me. I said, "Well, I'm a jigaboo that's here. I hope you got your papers, motherfucker."
Hey, you gotta be careful with that of your real name on there, though. I keep telling y'all now. There's crazy motherfuckers out here.
Remember Deion, he changed his name because somebody spoke.
Yeah,
Remember that, right?
Y'all laughing. On the real.
Albert Bell in the chat room. He said, "I'm here, motherfucker." He said, "Ewok will do it." Listen, this says the Labuto Network. Is there a link to call in? You can call in, but don't call me private. If somebody been trying to call me, I don't do private in real life.
Man, that's probably your old boy, man. That's new.
Listen, I don't care who it is. If you want to talk to me, don't call my phone private.
It's probably the Negro Pretender.
You know, brothers used to hit *67 before they dial a number like
that's probably the Negro
I still do. What you mean? I still hit a star.
Yeah, I still a *67.
Your ass will not get my call, and I don't have voicemail. So
Courtney, we so much alike. I don't know why you ain't came and sat on the couch and watched Netflix and play with the puppies.
Hey, this motherfucker asking about a link. The phone number running across the bottom of the screen and shit.
Wherever, Deion.
Yeah, okay. So now it says spam risk. I don't know. Really? What are y'all on tonight? I'm not.
What's going on? Yeah,
I don't know. Somebody. I don't know.
Hey.
Listen, man. There's no need. Listen.
You the colored coordinator.
Damn. Oh shit! Damn, he called me the color coordinator. Ain't that a bitch?
Hey, it's shower over.
I'm just saying, we don't want no problems on here. They gonna steal our voices.
Listen, man, you do what you must. You do what
probably
you must.
Tap into your phone.
Let me see. He said this is Ewok. Well, Albert's saying Catholic prayer. This is Albert. I told y'all Albert puts every sentence in a different chat. Like said, I'm in here, motherfucker. Ewok will do it. Sure. Catholic priest, LOL. And then Ewok says *67 gets treated like scam likely. Yeah, I don't know why this person is hiding their number. You have to. Okay, so let me answer this. Let me see what this is about. This is Outlaw Radio. Is this the boot? Hold on. Let me merge.
Okay, let me see what this is about.
You got to turn your device down first of all. Now this is Ohio. Who is this? Hello? Yeah, apparently this person doesn't want to talk. They just want it.
No, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Go ahead.
All right, man. What's up? Is this the Negro Whisperer?
It depends on who's looking for him.
I'm just calling in, man. I saw your live stream, man. You know, I call myself the Negro Whisperer, man. I'm the Chaotic Truth Live, man.
Okay.
What's going on, man? Yeah, you guys have an incredible conversation going on here about politics, man. I definitely dibble and dabble in the political realm as well.
That's what's up. That's what I didn't know. I didn't know what you was on because listen, it's been 14 years I've been doing this. So I've not changed my name at all. So like I said, if you go on my YouTube page, there's 400 shows, and then there's another 300 on Facebook. Yes, sir. Absolutely. So
okay. Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm a staunch conservative to a degree, man. But I definitely am a Trumper. He said if anybody's a Trumper, call in.
There we go.
I see you guys. Yeah, I see you guys were talking about Trump and talking about obviously the current administration and the current political paradigm. But yeah, man, America's great, man. You know, I really believe we are in the golden age right now. With the golden era. It's a perfect opportunity for people to bask in the glory of our great economy, our great opportunities here in the country, man.
You know, so hey man, you know, I'm sorry.
I'm laughing because you said great economy and eggs is like $6 a dozen. Like, and then no, I respect if that's your perspective. I want to be able to give you
calling himself a Negro.
Well, I don't know, but that's first of all, what part of Ohio are you from?
Yeah, believe it or not, I'm from Northeast Ohio, man. From Northeast Ohio. I'm by Lake Erie.
Okay, so how far is that in regard? Kamar, where did we say? Where were they at?
That was in Lincoln Heights in Cincinnati.
What are you in Toledo or something?
No.
How close are you to Cincinnati?
Cincinnati is southern. That's like 5 hours from me. Man. That's like 5 hours, 4 hours south.
Okay.
I'm about Lake Erie. I'm like close to Canada.
Now, are you a person of color or are you a tether?
I am a foundational Black American, sir. I was trying to call in so you could see me, man, but you wouldn't drop the link, so I'm just calling in right now.
I don't know.
Man.
You seem like you was on some troll shit, and I really don't be having time for that shit.
I got a whole YouTube channel, man. That's why I was like, you know. But yeah, no, I'm a foundational Black American, man. My family's from the South, man.
There we go. We go.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh yeah, I'm an FBA, man. Yeah, what's up, though? How you doing?
I'm great. I'm just trying to. We wanted to. We like you said. We asked to.
We all feeling each other out right now, right?
Right.
No Diddy.
We asked about. Well, yeah. I'm glad you added no Diddy there. But he said he's a Trumper, and we did say we wanted to hear somebody with all the things that Trump is doing, and you feel like all of the moves he's made has put us in a good place. That's what you're saying.
Well, it's not that his moves are putting us in a good place. It's that Trump has always been a nationalist, and I believe that that's what makes him so great right now. I mean, obviously,
answer the question. Let's keep it simple.
Well, let him pop it.
And then answer the question. We're gonna get away from the answer.
Let me just finish. Well, you know, obviously, 90% of his executive orders, like many executive orders, will be obviously blocked by the federal courts or federal judges, but I love Trump because Trump is a nationalist, man. I believe we all should be nationalists in this time period, man. You know, the Biden administration, as long as, and truth be told, you can even argue with Obama. They pretty much have destroyed this country, man. Like the interior, man. Like they've opened the borders. We had no southern border for at least 4 years. You know, people can argue that, Obama, he kicked out so many people, but he let so many people into the country, right? So the fact of the matter is that now we have a strong president with a strong administration, and we're not playing any games anymore, man. Like, you know, like the Doge and the auditing. I think that's an incredible thing right now. It really shows you what is truly transpiring within our government, man. Like we've already known that our government has been stealing money from us, man. Like Nancy Pelosi, Maxine Waters, you know, all these the congressional members who are coming in and making what? I'm sorry. Go ahead. No. You're saying something. Go ahead.
No, I think what they're saying is they want you to just answer the question.
I did.
Okay.
No, okay. Are we in a better place right now? You know, yes or no? With all this stuff that's going down, do you think we headed down the right path?
I can't really hear the gentleman right now. He's thrilled. I can't really hear his mic. What do you say?
He's basically. I asked you. Do you feel like the country's in a better place because of what Trump has done?
Yes.
And you said yes. You said yes. You said yes.
That's the answer I'm looking for.
We are in the golden era right now. Yes.
Okay. And so you don't feel no way about a crazy South African billionaire. Like you don't.
No, not at all.
You don't feel no way about going back into time and once again. We've debated the value of DEI in terms of what it actually has done for us. And we've talked about these affirmative action clauses and things of that nature. But for an individual to go back that far just to take people's rights, you think that's cool too. Like his concerted effort to say, I'm going to take any and every kind of thing that tried to create equality within our country. I'm going to take that away. You feel like that's a good thing?
Well, I mean, I've always, of course it is. Yeah. DEI and affirmative action have always been bullshit. Black people have always succeeded off their own merit. You know, to be completely honest with you, some of the most successful Black people that have ever lived, some of the most successful Americans that have ever lived, didn't need DEI or affirmative action, right?
Okay.
So I'll use one of our greats, Madam C.J. Walker. She was the first woman millionaire in the country, right? That predated that predated affirmative action and DEI, right? About 70 years, right? And that was like during Reconstruction. So we had these people who were effective. We've had these winners and earners in our society already. So DEI, in my opinion, and affirmative action was created for the feminist movement, the Marxist movement, and just really just pretty much stupid people. I mean, a lot of people shouldn't be.
No,
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I'm laughing because you said stupid people.
I mean, dude, listen, I went to college, bro. Like, I can tell you this, man. I can tell you this, man. A lot of people shouldn't be in college, man, including myself. College should be for people who are going to go for like the STEM or the medical field. Other than that, there's no reason for you to go to college for basket weaving degrees. So, I mean, everything else is all bullshit, man. Like all these useless departments. Dude, literally, I got my master's degree, man. And I'm telling you, like, all these departments are useless, man. And what I'm saying is that why not get into the trades and obviously something that really builds the country, not underwater ancient German basket weaving 17th century art history. That's bullshit, man. So the thing of the matter is that we don't need DEI. We don't need affirmative action, man. We are a superior race, man. Like as Black people. So yeah, I mean, I really believe in merit-based systems, man. To be honest with you.
Let me get my
Board of Education.
chat room.
So
Let me get the chat room because it's
go ahead.
I don't want to get behind. Erica Hunt. She said he's a bootlicker. Come on,
yeah.
Y'all play
I'm
nice.
a coon. All
right. Ewok says he got to be trolling. Erica Hunt said he hustled his way out the hood and not be a Trump supporter.
Never lived in the hood. Never.
Okay.
Never lived in the hood.
She said he's still talking around the question. Answer the question. Then she jumped out the window. She said he don't care about women.
No, I
don't. He don't care about Black people.
Well, no. Here's the thing. Erica is true. I mean, Erica is right. It's not that I don't care about women. Women should be in the kitchen. Like God made a woman's hands to wrap around a mop.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, like, dude, like women are dumb, dude. Like, no, but seriously, women.
You know what? I was listening to you at first because you was putting your shit together, articulate. But now you have drawn the line.
No, not you, Dion.
But seriously, it's not that I'm disrespecting women. It's just that women are not supposed to be in positions where of leadership nor talking amongst men. Women should be domestic, taking care of the women should be supreme in the kitchen and supreme amongst cooking and cleaning and taking care of children. I don't care about what a woman says because at the end of the day, a woman can't.
You had your mom and dad.
Dude, my mom and dad are still married to this day. Dude, my dad is like 85. Okay. My mom is 68, man. Yeah, but what I'm saying is
there's a lot of single family households out here that's raised by mothers. There's a lot of single family households.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. Women are dumb. They're not supposed to be in leadership of position or to even question men.
Can you use a word to describe women?
How can you?
Hey, I'm glad he called in.
I mean, do you want me to sugarcoat it to be nice, or you want me to lie to you?
No, I don't want you to sugarcoat nothing.
You say you got a master's.
Oh my God.
Vocabulary is a little bit better than that.
No, I mean, but I'm using the best vocabulary possible. I don't care about what a woman is asking me. The women are supposed to speak to me or you or anybody else. They're not supposed to talk to us. They're supposed to be right. Dude, it's 10 o'clock at night. Why is a woman at 10 o'clock at night even talking to us right now? They should be.
Well, it's 9 o'clock here. It's 9 here.
I mean, you guys want me to be honest with you or not? I mean, come on, guys.
I think everybody here, including myself, is very, very much entertained with your call.
I'm just being serious. Like, I'm being truthful, right? I don't want to lie to you guys. I don't answer to women. Women are dumb. They do. Put it this way, bro. I would never want to be on an I-beam 50 stories high, putting in an I-beam with a woman. I would never want to be in a foxhole with a woman. Women are not supposed to be in these positions, let alone talking about politics or talking about how society should be ran. The only thing that women should run is how to cook and clean and provide for their children.
All right. Now, hold on. Yeah. Okay. I want to give Kamar because he's trying. I hope you can hear him. Kamar, go ahead. I want to give you.
I mean, you can just drop the link. I mean, I can come on the panel, man. I got a camera and everything. I can come on the link if you give me the link.
Well, we talk about that in the future. Let's because I don't feel like. I'm just saying because it's 9 o'clock.
I'd love to have them on though.
I got a call.
Go ahead, Kamar.
But no, I was just gonna say, I understand how, like, in a lot of situations, he's right as far as women talking to men, women dealing with men, women working with men. You know what I mean? In a sense, it's right? Because see, men, like, when it's a problem, we understand how to talk to each other more so than when it's women and men, because women speak more emotional than men. So they gonna get loud and irate. Now, for men, when you get loud and irate, you ready to fight. You know what I mean? For us, that's war cry. You know what I'm saying? But for them, that's just how they communicate now when they get upset. You know what I mean? So it don't match when it's a disagreement. Okay. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. Like, I understand it in that sense, but I can't say that women can't teach, women can't do this or can't do that. I wouldn't say all that. You know what I mean? But I will say it's a problem when it's like women versus men.
Okay, now we have a woman on the panel. And so I don't want to, we're having this conversation. I know she's like, hello, estrogen in the building. Courtney, what's your take on this?
I know a lot of dumbass men. Like, there are so many dumbass men in this world, so many illiterate ass men. Like, what? There are so many women that are so much smarter and have so many better answers and better solutions to solve problems compared to men. Because some men are just problem driven. Some men are just kind of action based and just rah. So this whole, our hands only should go around mops and knowing how to take care of children in the household, when a lot of men want to lead, and most of the time they don't even know where the fuck they leading you to. Don't know how to lead you somewhere, but we need to know how to take care of a household and just follow blindly behind this dumbass man. Dumbass men. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why men used to come home and give their checks to their wives. You know what I'm saying? For you to handle this shit, because they dumb as fuck. Not all of y'all. Of course, not all of y'all. Just like not all women are dumb, but
I think these days men and women have to learn how to learn discernment from good men and good women.
Okay.
Or what you perceive as a good man or good woman, and slow the fuck down until you find out if that's that good man or good woman.
All right. I want to catch the chat room. Kamar, give me a shot, y'all. Erica Hunt says he speaks of Madam C.J. Walker as if she would shake hands with Donald Trump. She said, getting his ass, Dion. Ewok said, this nigga crazy. Gary Walker said, oh shit, he just pulled the trigger. Erica Hunt said, answer the phone, tag me in, Kevin. I didn't know you called. Damn, my chat room is stacked.
That's what you told me.
Let me get to it, y'all. Let me catch the chats first, and I'm gonna see if I can bring somebody. I think I can bring another caller in. She said, men ain't paying them bills. Said, Harpo, who this fool? He said, y'all, if y'all want me feeding you at 9 o'clock, she don't care about your digestive system. Kerry Walker Jones says he sound like a woman. Damn, it's going down. Ernest Walker says, Kamar, please don't agree with nothing this sucker's saying. He said, I bet dude ain't got no woman. Kerry Walker she said these dumbass men voted for Trump because they look like that fool. And Erica Hunt said, come on, say that, juice lady. All right, so I want to say this. I've heard what he just expressed. I've heard when I talk to men, like when we talk candidly, a lot of men say things similar to that. Now, I'm not of the belief that, you know, a woman should be subjugated or she can only hold certain positions. As a matter of fact, especially when it comes to black women, I think they've been forced to assume way more than they've wanted to over the years because of some of our negligence, you know, with incarceration and you know, just the crack epidemic in which we basically got involved in self-genocide, all that kind of stuff. And so we were removed systematically from the community, and it required a lot of women to do what they need to do. I think there's a lot of intelligent women. I think that women, and I'm really about black women because I had a strong black mama who could run a household. Believe me. And she ain't had no master's degree. And she ain't take no shit either. And her hands did fit around a broom or a mop to hit you upside your goddamn head if you talk shit to her. So I hear that, and I'm with Kamar. I really do think in certain situations, a woman shouldn't have her mouth in a man's business. I think if I'm being confronted by a man and I'm with my woman, she shouldn't be jumping all up like all in the video. Right. She shouldn't be, yeah, what is that? And all that. I should be able to say to her, hey, just go over there. I got this. Let me handle this. Stay out this man's face. Right? I'm not gonna be like, bitch, get your ass over there and sit down. Because if I'm gonna talk to her like that, I shouldn't be with her. We should be able to communicate smooth enough where I say, baby, look, let me handle this. Right? Men are hunter-gatherers, women are nurturers. Right? I do appreciate a woman who gonna keep the house clean and cook. I ain't gonna lie. One of the most beautiful things you ever see is to walk in the house and see your woman cook, and you be like, "Oh, damn, girl, you got it smelling good, and motherfucker in here." It's a beautiful feeling, good. Man. Don't let her fix you a plate, boy. Your head get big. So I do believe there's some domestic duties, but I don't just limit them to that, right? So that's just like saying a man can't raise his kids if the woman ain't there. Because all he know how to do is drag his knuckles and hunt and gather. No, he has to learn how to take care of them babies. You got to be the parent. So
you got to learn to nurture.
I don't know. You said women are dumb. That was the only kind of hinge pin thing you said. Basically, all women are dumb. I thought that was hilarious. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, so we got his answer on that. I don't know. You make a lot of sense, but I don't know why you are following Trump. If you can explain to me why you feel the need to. I don't know what you love so much about Trump. I still haven't heard. And you said you're an FBA, which is also, but I do know some FBAs do support Trump, and they do like what he's doing in the country. I'm just not one of them. I think he's a known white supremacist, and I think he's racist, and I think we have to be careful about aligning ourselves with known racists. Go ahead.
Well, I support Trump because Trump is a capitalist. I'm a capitalist. Okay. You are a capitalist. Everybody who's listening to you, we are capitalists. The fact that we are on $1,000 computers and paying Wi-Fi and buying cars, we are participating in a capitalist society. We participate in capitalism. We are all capitalists, man. And the thing of the matter is that there is no such thing as white supremacy. White people are not supreme over me at all. I don't know about you guys, but they're not supreme over me. If anything, well, hold on, let me finish. If anything, white people are not the average Billy Bob walking down the street. But if anything, we should cherish the fact that white people founded the Western Hemisphere. We should cherish the fact.
Hang up on his ass.
What?
Okay, well, you're not going to let me talk, so okay, all right.
Go ahead.
You got to let me talk, and you got to hang up on me now. Here.
That's somebody else on the line. I got the phone line, okay. So go ahead.
Okay, there we go. All I'm saying is that I don't want to live under Asian supremacy. You blacks don't want to live under African supremacy. You blacks don't want to live under Middle Eastern supremacy. We love living under white supremacy because you can always leave. And there are like 60 countries on the planet that are black. There are like 15 countries on the planet that are Arab. There are many countries that are Oriental. How come we don't want to live under other people's supremacy? How come we don't want to live in other people's in paradigm? White supremacy, if you think about it, has bought us all types of freedoms that we wouldn't have under black supremacy. We wouldn't be able to talk freely about our current the president. Dude, think about this right quick, right? In 1970, there was a guy named Fela Kuti. He was a Nigerian singer. Mm-hmm. Dude, do you know how many times the government ran up to his compound and beat him and raped his women and tortured him because he was talking against the Nigerian black ass government? That was it. You can look this shit up, man. You can look.
Well, no, I know what you're saying is true, and I do. But we've talked about the brutal nature of that over there.
Well, I mean, bro, all I'm telling you is that white supremacy, we should love and cherish living in this white paradigm.
Oh my God.
We live here. No, dude, think about this. Like, think about this right now. We are speaking the white supremacist language. How come we're not learning Yoruba, Igbo?
This is all the fuck we ever knew.
Europe. Oh my God, dude, you ain't gonna be talking. You gonna be coming up because you did ask me to speak, or
I think what's happening right now is you misconstruing my voice from somebody else.
Lingala, Wolof. How come we're not learning these African languages? Because we don't want to live under black supremacy. So how come, bro? There are so many black supremacist countries. How come we don't want to live under black supremacy? We can always live under black supremacy, bro. We can always go to Guyana. We don't go to Africa. We go to Brazil. We can live under black people. But we don't want to live under black people. We want to live under white people. So I don't bash white supremacy.
The only reason we know this language is because we was forced. The only reason we know this language is because we was forced. We had our own language.
Kamar, I didn't hear what you said. Go ahead, Kamar. I didn't hear what you said.
I was just saying, like, only reason because he was talking about how come we don't do certain stuff. How come we don't go to the other countries? A lot of the time it's because we forced. A lot of black people get put on some kind of parole, so they felons, so they can't travel abroad first. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you're talking about a subjugated people here. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, you talk about the language. How come we don't know these other languages? Well, we was forced to know this one. We had our own. We was forced to learn this one. They beat the other one out of us. That same government that you're talking about beat it out of us, raped it out of us.
I think he's saying we have the opportunity to learn it right now, but a lot of us are
and the only reason we hadn't, because we ain't got no fucking time. We too busy scratching and clawing to survive in this motherfucker. Ain't nobody thinking about no other language right now. We trying to figure out how we gonna feed our kids tomorrow.
Dude, may I speak, or can I speak? I'm looking at it's the witch doctor speaking, right?
Absolutely.
Now I'm looking at this big ass black man on my screen, right? Ain't nobody punking him or subjugating him or forcing him to do anything. This big ass black man can leave right now if he wanted to. I know this Negro got a passport and everything. We make so many goddamn excuses, and no wonder why our women look at us like we're bitches. Man, ain't nobody stopping the black man.
Don't look at me like that.
Thing, man.
I don't know how they look at you. Let me see, that's the thing. Like, you can talk in general, but I can't talk in general. No. See, that's where you fucked up. You fucked up too, bro. You fucked up too. See, listen. You just put it on me. You just put it on me like I'm only supposed to talk about me. And I can't speak in general. And I can't speak in general.
What I want you to do is stop. One thing I'm not going to do, we're not going to talk over each other. We have to let each other talk. And that's just the thing. And I don't want this to descend into everybody yelling, because then it's just time to just hit the switch.
But the problem is,
whether we agree or not,
he made my comment personal, and I'm speaking in general, right? I'm speaking about most general black people in the community. I ain't talking about me. He made it personal with that, right? And then he come back and start speaking his general talk again, in general shit. No, you keep it personal then with yourself if I can't talk in general about the community. We talking about the community, right? We ain't talking about me and what I done. Of course, you goddamn right. I don't think nobody got to help me do shit. I'm going to get it on my own. I come up like that. Why you speaking in general about black men? Look, here you go talking again. With shit
and why you speaking in general about black men? Nigga, the average black man.
That's what the fuck I just said.
Hey, man, the average black man ain't got no felony.
And that's what I just said.
The average black man ain't got no felony, dude. What you talking about?
You said I'm a black man that ain't got no felony?
Dude, the average black man is the master and commander of his own life. Ain't no motherfucking such thing as a white supremacy. Man, motherfuck white people, nigga.
You just said you love him. Get out of here, man. Fuck that nigga off. You just said he loved Donald Trump. White supremacy is the best shit to live under. Get your dumb ass out of here.
Hold on. Negro whisperer.
You racist against your own people, nigga. You racist against your own people.
That's what we're not gonna do.
Did we hang up?
I hung him up because I want them to stop yelling at each other, because I got a show to do. And I just, anybody who listens to this show knows when it start getting like that and nobody wants to just stop.
See, that be the problem. Like whenever somebody
then I gotta cut it off. So I'm just not, that just don't work for me.
The problem comes when somebody want to come get on here and talk their point of view, but then when we say something different, now it's an argument. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just speaking about the community, about how most black people are underprivileged. They can't do all the shit that he's talking about. They ain't even learned to do it. They don't even know they can do it yet. You know what I mean? And then he start talking about me, this big black guy right here with the
I think
shit
he was talking about
on
me when he said big black dude.
Fuck out of here, man.
I think I'm the big
no,
guy.
No, he's talking about me because he said that was the witch doctor, right? He said my name.
Yeah.
Who is this?
You know what I mean? And that be the problem. You know what I mean? When you're talking to black people that don't know how to communicate. Like, why can't I be listening to him disseminate all kind of information? But as soon as I said something.
The point is lost when everybody's yelling. I can't, because if I can't hear what nobody's saying, I'm not getting nothing out of it.
But you know, that's what he wanted anyway.
Absolutely.
That's why he came in the chat room talking about, I'm the witch doctor.
It was classic. It was classic.
He ain't no motherfucking Negro whisperer. He a goddamn lie. Ain't no Trump supporter gonna call himself a Negro.
His whole approach was classic. So I just wanted to hear him out. He was entertaining the shit to me. Let me get to my chat room.
Until I felt that tension coming off the couch. Nigga, sit your punk ass back down.
Erica Hunt says this man is suffering from a badass case of delusion. Ewok said he said you blacks do the Sambo. She said this guy sound like he eat chitlins. Yes, master. I take the worst part of the pig looking ass. Carrie Jones said this house Negro is live right now. Erica Hunt said now he not worth of the house Negro.
He not worthy of the house Negro. He the type
to work slave probably gay, man, talking about black.
Okay, but now Courtney, you tell me you see a Y on that word.
No, but you just gotta put it together, Kev. Sometimes you just gotta read it like you know it's gotta be read.
This Build-A-Bear, right? His daddy's daddy should have pulled out. Damn, his daddy's daddy should have pulled out. Juice Lady said, "Look who." She said, "Juice Lady, look who yelling and being emotional."
You know what I'm saying?
Erica Hunt says, his mama should have swallowed.
And I need for him he's supposed to be the one that's making the decisions for our family, acting like that. He's the smart one, you know, that
She said, dude, big ass black man, how disrespectful. He'll be all right with all of his degrees. The orange man gives his ass. I'm putting words now. You said I gotta build a word. So the orange man gives his ass one of those black jobs. I thought he was talking about me. I am a big black man. I don't take umbrage to that. If anybody, that's not an insult to me. Like that big ass nigga. Yeah.
It wasn't.
Sideways. I'm still
when
big
he first
from the side too.
When he first started, he said, so that was the witch doctor that I was just speaking, right? Okay. So now you this big black man, you know what I mean?
Right.
Call yourself
right.
Pointing me out and shit or something, but no, nigga.
Yeah, I just don't. I don't do the yelling like that. I'm not gonna have a conversation. That's a waste of my time.
That right there. That's how niggas end up in them low key abusive relationships. You meet him, he cool, y'all dating. Next thing you know, y'all together. Shit's hurt. You're so fucking stupid.
Courtney, dig this. We knew we didn't disagree. We disagreed with him off top. We knew we didn't agree with him. You know what I mean? As soon as he started talking, we wasn't with him. Like when he first come on, how apprehensive we all was. You know what I'm saying? Like
the beauty of this thing is to hear everybody out, because I don't. Once again, I get nothing out of two. It's like being a kid watching my mom and my daddy arguing again. Like I couldn't hear what neither one of them was saying. It was both yelling at each other. I didn't even know whose side to be on because I couldn't hear what nobody was saying. That's one of my pet peeves, and it always has been. I just don't like when people. If I'm live in a room where people start yelling like that, I'll just get up and walk out because it's just chaos, and I'm like, nah. Well, hold on, because nobody's really making a point. And eventually, if you're face to face, it just descends into, I beat your ass. Like I've seen these situations turn where somebody get fired on, and it's like, oh man. So I don't entertain that. I don't entertain that at all. I'm not, and I never will. Like I said, I've hit the button on this show and just shut the whole. I remember we had the Indian politician lady on here that time. That shit was so bad. I ended the show early and I erased the whole show and deleted it. I didn't even play it no more.
She's still out here too.
It was just a waste of my time, man.
She's still out here too.
I bet you she is, but she sure enough was on here that night, boy. She was
I bet she won't come back too. She looked at Kevin and said, "You set me up. You set me up."
Right. It turned into that, right? Like I set her up because I had like 5 people yelling at her, and I'm like, everybody get off my house.
She was saying a bunch she was saying a bunch of dumbass shit.
I just wanted to hear what she was saying.
You can only sit and listen to so much bullshit.
Ewok is on the line. What's up, Ewok? What's going on, man?
Outlaw. man.
Dear God, Courtney, I wonder, can you save me?
Look here, man. Courtney, right. That motherfucker needs a psychiatrist. This motherfucker got, what do they call it? Schizophrenia. He got his personalities, all that shit. Something wrong with that boy right there, boy. That nigga needs some motherfucking help, fast, quick, and in a hurry.
See, I thought he was doing good at first, even though I don't agree with him. I thought he was doing a good job of articulating his points. It's just like when it deteriorates.
He japped out. He snapped out. Like he said, with their relationship. That motherfucker turned into the Tasmanian devil and was ready to fight and shit. Hell, I was waiting on you tell dude to shut the fuck up and shit, because Kamar really wasn't, you know what I'm saying, wasn't really going off that hard at dude, but dude was going all the way in. I'm like, Kev, tell dude to shut the fuck up. This your show.
And see, it's always gonna come back to that. It is always gonna come back to Kev. Why didn't you? That's why I say I'm just gonna put an end to the shit, because I'm gonna ultimately get the blame. It's gonna be why you didn't let me talk and I once again, it's such a waste of my time.
That's what K Bull was trying to say. You know what I'm saying? Dude did have a mic for a long time. You were giving him plenty of time to go on his diatribes and shit, man. Yeah. And he act like that wasn't nobody allowing him to say nothing, even though he was spewing plenty bullshit. You allowed him to go on paragraph after paragraph.
And also, I didn't hang up on Bull, and I didn't mute Bull. So,
he still felt like, you know, you didn't get, in his mind, you still didn't give him enough time to talk and shit.
In his mind,
he'd have never felt like he got enough time to talk. That's the problem with people like that.
Exactly. That dude's
once
crazy.
Again, I love being the bad guy. Kev, you let him talk too long. Especially after we said, hold on, we specifically said we wanted to hear what a Trumper had to say. We said that, right?
True.
Wow, Kev.
That's just what this shit is supposed to be. I don't know how y'all think everything gotta be
stupid, Kev.
It's raining outside sometimes. Every day ain't a sunny day. You niggas better get an umbrella or something, or a raincoat, some galoshes. Hold on. This is Erica Hunt. She said, I told y'all the Trump supporters was gonna be a big problem.
Call him back.
Did he talk like this before Trump got in office? I didn't know him.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know that brother. I don't know him. He's the Negro whisperer. He said, Deion said, is that nigga off the phone? He said, that's because men are only good for hunting and killing.
He the nigger whisperer.
Go kill and build.
So see, now Erica done just subjugated men and shit.
Erica, go build something.
Hey, Kev, you the Negro whisperer.
Don't let dude get you mad at us. Shit, dude said that gay ass shit. We
He said, Deion said, damn, he got rough.
Oh my
God. Walker
God.
Jones said, emotional ass. Right. Listen.
Oh,
I don't know, man.
Good today. This shit was exciting.
I'm a cheerleader for foolishness, like I told y'all. I'll just, if it's Bruno Mars and Sexy Red playing, Fat, Juicy, and Wet, right? Like sometimes you feel ratchet sometimes, so you just want to enjoy some shit. Like, you know what? Fuck it. As I see Ewok cooking chitlins on Facebook sometimes, like fuck it. Like, you know,
so it's more than just the holidays.
And then it'd be just Tuesday. Ewok be like, "Fuck y'all, I made chitlins," and it's like sometimes, sometimes shit got to get rough, man. But when it just gets chaotic, that's what I'm saying. It's serious. It's like somebody with a sound in the background and it's coming through my headphones or an echo. I can't deal with it. It's a pet peeve. I have to get rid of it. It fucks me up. It's a trigger. So when the people start yelling at each other like that, and then especially if I'm saying, hold on, and motherfucker, it's time to start pushing buttons. So because you lose.
That was dude though, man. That wasn't okay, bull. That was dude, man. He got that dude is psychotic, man. That motherfucker crazy.
That shit was funny. That shit was funny.
What you say to me? Like,
but you know, now
he's still on my phone too. He's still calling me, right?
That's what I said. I said, I hope he ain't calling back.
And that was the thing.
Man. You need to go take his pills. Something wrong with him, man.
But that was the thing. You know what I mean?
He tap dancing in Sambo at 1 minute. The next minute, he talking about some fuck white people. I'm a black man. Fuck white people. What the fuck is he talking about this?
He was just talking about how he loved
capitalism.
He loved Donald Trump.
But do y'all think he was right with the whole white supremacy and we love it? How we could be under somebody else's supremacy, but now we choose this supremacy instead of leaving?
Hell no.
And
that was my point too. This shit was all forced on us. We don't love it. This shit was forced. And a lot of us been subjugated, so we so fucked up. I mean, you know what I mean? Well, I got friends that figure they ain't never leaving Milwaukee and they ain't never gotta leave Milwaukee. You know what I mean? So, like, why would they go anywhere? Like, don't even think about going nowhere. Don't want to do nothing. Don't want to try. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what? I've said on this show that I don't believe that white supremacy exists because I did agree with when he said they ain't superior to us. They're not supreme to us.
Right.
And I talked about the fact that most racist people are ignorant, uneducated, and stupid, right? And so if you believe that your race is superior to any other race, and this goes for anybody, something's wrong with you. Because people are people. We all bleed. When you come up with a society that don't bleed the same way we bleed, or don't need the same air that we need, or don't need the same food or water that we need, then I'll say, them motherfuckers is supreme because they can survive shit we can't, right? The other part of that is he kept saying there's a lot of black places. My thing, which I would eventually got to, had shit and I went sideways, was to say it ain't a lot of black countries. Matter of fact, the only black country is the United States of America because that's the only place black people come from. Right. Now, if you're going to talk about Africa, there's African countries. There's African places. Right. Yes, there are. But if you go there and you're not from there, your ass gets the boot. They're not going to welcome you with open arms because America and black people are synonymous. We co-created each other. And that's where I was going with Kamar in that, well, you can't ask us now where we're not learning some ancient local African, dialect.
Right.
Because we were taught to speak English.
Right.
America taught us to speak the Queen's English. That's what the language of the country was.
It was forced on us. They beat it out of our ancestors.
Right. So,
hey, Kev.
Yes, sir.
We do have something that they don't get that they need. It's called melanin. And they wish they had it like a motherfucker when that sun come out in Arizona. Got that to get over 100. The motherfucker be red as a lobster.
Well, if we're going to talk about biologically and physiologically, if we're going to talk about supremacy, even if we're going to talk about intellect, because we created knowledge, their whole concept of higher learning, we created and pioneered that. So if we're really going to talk about who's supreme to who, right? Like, let's be honest. I mean, you looking at them, right? What I say rhymes with us.
That's right.
It's foundational Black Americans. It's not tethers.
And they not like it either.
They're not. Once again, they not like us. Ewok, right? So, when he said that, I was still kind of like, okay, he making sense. I could hear what he was saying about the women, but the way he kind of put it out there was crazy. But this is Outlaw Radio.
That was all bad. The way he was talking was all bad, man.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I've heard my brother say worse things about women.
No, it don't work.
No, we could put some rap music on that talk worse about women than what he did.
My brother will come here now.
No, I don't think rap music talk as bad about that going to. That's just a nigga talking about some sexual shit or calling the motherfucker a hoe is something different than saying.
Without even saying bitch or hoe, I'm saying. My own biological brother talks to me all the time about he doesn't believe women can lead. He don't believe they should be in leadership positions. He think they should.
So they should cover their head like they do over there. And
he's saying
with the
he believes they should get somewhere and sit down. once again, I'm saying this to say I've heard a lot of black men say, man, women dumb, man. They stupid. They don't know what they want. Women be tripping. I'm just being honest about how men talk when, and these is dudes.
I might say they crazy.
These is dudes who got women. Stupid. These are cats who are married, who are in long-term relationships that say, man, my girl tripping. Mine too, man. These women crazy in a motherfucker, man.
Yeah, see, saying they crazy is different than saying that they dumb. Crazy and dumb, two different fucking things, man.
In our community, dumb is disrespectful, but saying about crazy ain't really disrespectful.
Yeah. Crazy kind of normal, but dumb.
Right.
It gets worse.
She don't get mad. Hey, if a motherfucker come back and be like, hey, your nigga called you crazy.
That don't mean she don't know what the fuck.
Hold on, we talking over each other. Hold on. Go ahead, Kamar.
Hey, if somebody come, if one of your girlfriends, if she come back and tell your girl, you could say, hey, dog called you dumb. Or she come back and say, he said you crazy. You know what I'm saying? She gonna be more pissed off the dumb.
I'm going light. I'm holding back. I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell all y'all. And maybe it's just the men that I be around. They say much worse stuff.
Right. No doubt.
I'm actually what they call I'm just kind of paraphrasing when I say crazy. Like right. I've heard brothers say, man, I'm in
agreement with you. I'm just saying, like, how he was like, women are dumb. Like, that's more on a disrespectful level in the black community. You know what I mean? Than saying, man, she crazy. You know what I'm saying? Than saying, man, she dumb. Like, ouch.
I'm in the psychology of gender class, and I'm learning all these things and how all these theories started and how everything with research started being men-based and how everything was thought of being based off of the experiences of men, and if women had different experiences because women worked the norm and they were different, like, nigga, just go all the way back. And guess who's learning about it? Me. You know what I'm saying?
All right. Shout out to UWM, right?
The leprechaun. Is he the leprechaun? What's his name?
Black and gold.
She a full-grown panther. She like, I'm down here learning.
Yeah.
No, listen.
I'm learning. I be using. You know what I'm saying? He's talking that shit. I know about it.
Once again, I think if you give anybody enough rope, they'll hang themselves, especially if it's a hole in their theory. So that's what's the important part about just sometimes letting somebody speak, because when you start by saying you support Trump and you think that there's no such thing as white supremacy, but you turn around and say, we love living under white supremacy. See, you've officially started to tie the rope. That's why it's like let a person talk and they'll show you who they are. What they say, when somebody tell you who they are, you should believe them, right? And so this is the art of conversation sometimes, is just to say, you know what, I want to hear what this person has to say, because I already know the chat room gonna chew.
Hey,
and I know Kamar's gonna rip.
He was Samuel Jackson last night.
in a certain kind of way. I think he was more Samuel Jackson than Django.
Yeah, he was more that one.
Well, it's two different Sams, man. Like, first time I seen Django, I really wanted to fight Sam Jackson. Like, he did not have to play that shit so good.
Straight up. He played that too good.
Especially when he took him in the back and he schooled him on what was going on. He said, "You don't see what's going on? This nigga know that bitch." I said, "Damn, Sam."
I ain't never saw that. I'm gonna have to watch that.
You ain't never watched Django?
Man, no, Django cold, man.
Oh my God, man.
You gonna love that shit.
Listen, I have a movie poster in my studio, Django. The first time I seen Django, I just sat there tripping, because it's one of the movies that's gonna trip you out, piss you off, hype you up, and then at the end you're just gonna kind of be like, hell yeah. It's just that crazy. Like, you see
the clip of the part. I see the case. I seen a clip of the part where the old boy pulled up with his suit on the horse, and he was like, "Who is this nigga?"
That's what I'm finna say. Like, when you see
this nigga on that nag, boss.
Right, with the young black guy. Yeah, I'd never seen a black man on a horse. So it's
on that nag, boss.
Oh man. But there's so many messages in Django. Like, it's so many different messages. But I'm saying Samuel L. Jackson, that character he played, what was his name? Thomas? He should have got his name was Thomas. Steven. There you go.
The S at the end. Stevens.
Thank you. I thought it was just Steven. Yeah. But that character he did. So what he did last night was, I guess it's kind of, I guess if he was still alive type thing, right? That would be.
You better be careful,
man.
You better be careful. They like calm niggas. They don't like loud niggas.
When Jamie Foxx got to whooping that dude, them white dudes with that whip, when he had the little George Washington fit on, that shit, boy. I said, whoa. Then they got to playing Tupac at the end when he was shooting it out with the dudes. I'm like, they're playing Tupac.
This nigga is cold.
Right? Tarantino, damn. It was crazy. Even Don Johnson, man, with the sugar, like when the Klansmen rode on them and they couldn't see out their hoodies and they shot the man. Come on, man.
That shit was funny as a motherfucker, man. Who put the holes in the hoods?
Oh man, that shit was dope, man. That movie was classic. I don't know if y'all seen this.
Put the holes in the hoods.
I don't know if y'all seen the young biracial sister who went to Kunes, Kunes. So if you think I'm making this up, Kunes Auto Dealership in Oak Creek. And I don't know if, you take your car to the dealer, they put a little sticker, you get your oil change, and anywhere you get your oil change, they put the little sticker in the thing, and it has your date that you need to bring the car back. And somehow, some way, this biracial lady ends up with one in her window that says "Drive safe, nigger" or something like that, right? And so she goes back to a dealership and is like, "What's going on?" And they's like, "Oh man, we this was an accident, and there was a joke amongst our employees and all this kind of stuff." And everybody was appalled, and she was like, "Oh my God." And I guess the cynical part of me was saying, first of all, it's Oak Creek. And second of all, just because you biracial and you married to a white dude, did you not think in today's Trump society that you could, be victim of this? Like, I would have been offended too as a paying customer, but I don't know that I would have wanted to go on the news about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, I would probably maybe Facebook, because I would have said, okay, well, let's just put this out amongst the people about don't shop there. But I don't know that I'm standing there on Fox 6 talking about, and I looked and the sticker said nigger, and people were like, boy, you look soft as a burger patty. Get your ass, big ass, talking about they put nigger on the sticker.
Standing in the lawyer office.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. I like that. That's a good twist on. Standing in the lawyer's office. Gotcha. I just thought it was funny, man. I just thought it was funny.
It is, but that was my thought when I seen it. She should have seen it, something she could have did about it.
I mean, if she wanted, maybe I don't know, and I don't know this sister, and I don't know her life. She doesn't look like she's ever been confronted with it, though. Like, and she got her white husband, and she's biracial, so I don't want to speculate on her. Because this sister might be off 27th and Burleigh or something, and got some cousins on here like, Lil Poochie, they talk about you, and she'll be done call me and shit, and be like, motherfucker. But she didn't look like she had ever been, And I think that is the one thing that individuals like the brother who called in tonight, who are Trumpers, and people who are people of color who have just subscribed to this conservative ideology in which it's like, fuck people and strip everything down. I think they will ultimately get confronted and have a nigga moment. I think you're due. Like, I don't know of any black man.
First, he's dealing with the immigrants. He might giving them their nigga moment first.
Well, they're getting theirs now, but we've always you're gonna get it if you black.
Them niggas coming. Them niggas, but you right though. Them niggas, they moment coming.
And so, if you're a black person and you think that I live and I got money and your time is coming. It's coming, brother. It's coming. You're going to get one, and I think other minorities have. Like I said, we're not the only minorities who've been discriminated against in this country, but for us, it's just kind of been the normal status quo because we don't have their level of solidarity to run back to. Like, so if I get something happen to me, like something happened to a Mexican, they go back to a community that's more often than not majority Mexican and they can move like that. With us, what can I do? Like you said, what could she do? You know? And maybe that's why she said, no, I want people to hear this. I'm making fun of her voice. I don't know how this sister sounds. My cousin Jason Vadilli said that's the shit. I think you're talking about Django. I love Django. Once again, I watch it from time to time. And just like, man, this is a good ass movie. Erica Hunt said, tag me in. Erica, are you trying to call or are you trying to do you have some comments? Because we are running short on time. So if y'all got something y'all want to put in, the line is open. I'm not gonna bring that brother back tonight because I'm just not. I'm not gonna bring him back tonight. In the future, he can call. Man, it's just
you got to learn how to be able to talk back and forth, man. Even with disagreeing.
Well, I think it's what happens is people tend to stumble over each other because we're not in person. And a lot of times people end up talking over each other and they feel like I'm just going to start yelling because they're not letting me talk without understanding that if you're on this show and you got something to say, when people start to talk over each other, I'm always going to be like, hold on. And then I'll just say, hey, Kamar, what were you trying to say? Brother, what was you trying to say? It has to be done that way in order for this thing to work. And if you're not aware that that's how this is conducted, then I can see why you say, nah, fuck them. I'm about to, because at first I don't even think he knew who was talking to him. Because somebody else will start talking and he'd be like, well, you told me I could talk, but I'm sitting here listening. Right. It's somebody else cutting you off.
But before he sent them shots, though, he made it clear who he was talking to. He
said, you blacks.
No, he said the witch doctor. That's who was just talking, right?
Right, yeah.
And but
before even that, he kept saying, you blacks. Yeah, but
that's what that's where it went. You know what I mean? I'm just saying when he first started, though, when he started sending the shots. And
that dude said he live in Ohio. I'll never see him. So he'd be hard pressed to get me upset. I mean, man came in talking about he the Negro whisperer. He gonna sue me. I'm gonna get upset.
He's the nigger whisperer.
Am I going
Not
to get upset?
He's the nigger whisperer.
Never gonna get upset over that. Never. You gotta do a lot to get me there. And for real, especially at this age, you really got to do a lot. It's just not, and it's usually probably going to be some more than verbal. But although there's a way to do it verbally, but I'm just not into really I'm not emotional like that anymore. I'm not reactionary like that anymore. So like you can call in and be like, "Oh ass nigga," I'm just gonna be like, "Do I know you?" And you say, "Yeah, Kevin." All right. What should I do? Should I start yelling back? Some people might say, check his ass, Kev. I'm cool. All I gotta do is hit one button. Boop. Right? He gone. Kerry Walker Jones said,
I got a question. How long? Okay, I'm willing to sit and just be quiet, but how long do I gotta sit and take the shots? Before you hang up on a motherfucker, before I decide to take up for myself.
You make that decision. I don't.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, how long do I got to sit before you hang up on a disrespectful ass?
Usually for me,
like because you know what I mean. Like, really, it'd be a lot. Like, I sat there, I waited, I heard him talk. This is big old black man. All the shots he was sending and shit, being sarcastic and shit. You know what I mean? I sat there and listened, but then after a while, it's like, man, okay.
Usually, I'm not gonna do anything until it just becomes untenable. If I can't get anybody to just stop. That's just when I'm gonna hit a button.
You know me, man. I'm gonna give it back to him.
And when it gets like that, that's when I'm gonna hit the button. So if nobody just says, "All right, well, you know what? I ain't gonna say nothing." And then if it's one of those situations where somebody goes on a tirade, and then as soon as somebody else starts talking, then they start talking again.
That's what happened.
Now it's getting out of here, out of control because nobody's listening. So now it's just like.
And the only problem, but I think the only problem with that was at that point, it was already it was getting disrespectful.
I mean, I expected him. I thought he was going to do it earlier.
I thought he was too. I was surprised. You know what I mean? I don't think I said nothing that was way out of line against what he said. And you know what I'm saying?
I actually thought he was spitting his shit at first.
Yeah, I mean.
I didn't agree with it, but I felt like he was articulating. But once again, when it becomes, like I said, if I'm there in person, I'm just gonna get up and leave. Like, oh, y'all tripping. I'm out of here. It's a waste of my time. I've done that so many times where I'm somewhere. It's like, fuck both of you. I'm gone. Like, because I can't.
It's hard when you the motherfucker who they fussing at.
And motherfuckers come at me so bad. I'm
just saying, it's hard to walk away when you the motherfucker they fussing at. We all know that.
Yeah,
or when you the motherfucker that they pointing their finger at and shit. Like,
it's hard to walk away, period, from anything. It takes a lot of time. A lot of time. A lot of discipline. To be able to say, man, I should not, you know what? I'm finna just get in my car and leave. Because, you know, for a very long time, that wasn't our mentality. It was like, man, it's finna go down right here. Hell no. It took me a long time to be able to get in the point where I'm like, even before I see it, before it comes, I'll be like, oh, these motherfuckers tripping. I'm finna move around from here. I already see some bullshit coming down. And I leave and somebody called my phone like, dog, where you at? Like, man, I just left. Man, these niggas over here tripping, man. Come back over here. And you get back over there and it's a full-blown situation like, dog, this y'all still on it? I'm seeing two brothers start arguing about something simple. Just, we all sitting around shooting the jokes. And the motherfuckers just get to going at each other. And it get more intense and more intense. You be like, oh, man, I'm finna go. Or somebody call you, or either you come back and they done, like, these niggas are tied up and had a whole fight. Like, somebody sitting there with their shirt tore. I asked, what happened? Man, I had to let dude know. Like, oh, wow. Kerry Walker Jones said they have had their nigga moment and just don't get it. No, I think a nigga moment is clear.
Devastating. A nigga moment is a devastating blow.
It's like this.
It's a devastating blow.
Anybody ever put their hand on your forehead and push your hand? That's oh my God.
In front of everybody.
That's somebody kicking you in the back of your head, man. Or spitting in your face.
Kick you in your ass and shit.
Ooh, kick you in your ass. Damn. I am a grown man. He just kicked me in my ass. Listen, I might not be able to beat you up, but I'm going for mine. Dude, even in the state, like, even with my back being bad now, if somebody kicked me in my ass, I'm rushing them. I give a fuck. Kick me in my ass. That's
ultimate disrespect.
Man, shit. It's like somebody slapping. Like, have you ever been around and somebody got slapped? It's like, damn, he slapped the shit. I've seen one grown man slap another grown man before. And it's like, whoa, dog, for real? I done had a homeboy who's done that to somebody before and told him, dog, you was out of order for that. What you talking about? Dog, you should, man, that was out of power. Why you slap that man like that? Dog, that's not cool. Like, hit him. Punch him, Kamar. Don't slap him. Just like, yeesh. Lord have mercy. Oh my God, it's 9:55. What a show, what a show, what a show. Y'all share this show. This shit got hot and spicy. I had to shut it down. I just shut the caller down. I didn't have to shut the show down, but I had, you know, I think this is a point of call in, say what you're going to say, but don't take shots at anybody on the platform unless you expect them to respond. Like, we've had this so many times where somebody's called in and taking a shot at somebody on the panel and think, well, I'm just going to shoot that out there and keep rolling. Right. Nah, somebody going to come back at you. And if you don't just kind of play the game, it's going to get chaotic and it's going to be over. It's going to hang the phone. So I don't want anybody not to want to talk.
You can control what you say, but you can't control nobody's response.
Yeah, I don't want people to get to the point where they're like, well, I don't want to call in because I disagree with them.
Well, that's fine. Disagreeing is fine.
So. Just respect the platform. That's all.
Because you see, he was a Trump supporter, and we didn't say anything about that.
No, you know I was listening at him.
So I'm just saying, so to disagree with what we saying is fine. It's just a disrespectful shit when you want to point fingers and the name calling and all that type of sarcastic ass. Go on with that shit, man. Let's just have a conversation.
But Erica, I didn't see you call. You saying I didn't answer. I didn't see no call pop up on my phone. Hold on, let me see. I don't see no missed call. I don't know who you calling. Wait, is this? No, this is the last calls I got is from this cat 216. That's the Ohio cat. So I didn't get your call.
The nigger whisperer.
Oh, he's gonna sue me, so we'll go to court behind this shit. Once again, are you 292? I don't know. Somebody was calling me from that number. I don't know, because I was trying to mitigate this whole situation. Check this out. If you tried to call and you couldn't get in, my bad. It is supposed to snow, and so we got some more wintry weather coming. Y'all be careful. It's just Monday, so buckling up for the week. I want y'all to be safe. Keep y'all head on a swivel. You got anything special going on between now and Wednesday? Because we'll be back Wednesday.
Nope. Just the House of Vitality. Come boost your immune system.
Just share the show is all I do. Is all I ask. Now, Eric, I'm gonna give you one more chance to call in because I do see you put your number in. I'm looking at the phone now, so hit me if you got something you want to add before we buzz up out of here. The clock is ticking. Just say do no 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 no. I don't know. All right. So check this out, man. Once again, it's about your interpretation. Okay, Erica, turn your device down. What's going on?
I am mad at.
You're mad at me.
Yeah.
Okay. So
me and my friend that I was conversating with, we was just watching your show, and he just supported that dumbass motherfucker y'all just had on the line. And now I gotta block this man because he sounded slow as that boot licking ass cracker you had on there. That cracker lover. I'm mad. I am big mad. Like I told y'all, these Donald Trump supporters was gonna lose their rabbit minds. They was gonna let all their mental illness out if we let this man get back in the office. And here go a prime example of somebody losing their mind.
Well, okay, now this is multi-tiered because number one, you said you're mad at me, but then you had to block the dude you was talking to, and you mad at the dude who said the shit.
Yep.
I'm gonna need you to
I'm
just
a
pick
woman.
one.
All my emotions is everywhere, and 3 black men have let me down today.
Okay, so what was my role in the situation?
You didn't answer the phone for me and let me get out, dude.
Oh, did you? Were you not watching the show? I don't think there was room. It was already enough people going at him. Like you'd have just been another person screaming at the man. Like, goddamn! Now we got a girl on the line. Like it was no, it wasn't intentional. I actually was just so preoccupied with him, I wasn't even looking at the phone at a certain point. I was just like, man.
No, I understand. I
No.
totally understand. And that's why men are only good for hunting and killing.
Well, once again, men have very candid conversation. I'm sure, as do women. Men have very candid conversations about women, like when it's just us. And I wasn't shocked by what he said because I hear a lot of men saying that when Kamala announced that she was running, there was a lot of men who said, "Hell no,
I know,
never a woman president." So it's not like what he was saying was too far fetched to believe that a man could have that mentality.
No, I know that these men had his mentality, and even down to, like you said, Hispanics and Latinos and foreign, even as far as the African men who are over here on visas that have expired. They also were encouraging the Donald Trump movement. But now look at them ducking and hiding from ICE.
Well, yeah. Well, once again, that's what happens when you vote against your own interests. And
then we all said that, oh, Donald Trump said he gonna smack us in our shit, and now we surprised that he's smacking us in our shit.
Well, we still waiting. Foundational Black Americans. Because he has come for people. There's been some subtle jabs, and that's another thing that we talked about that was kind of along the same lines as that brother was saying is we weren't crying over DEI. We weren't really crying over even affirmative action. And I even made the point that, hell, I went to college in the 90s. I didn't get into college because I was black. I got into college because I could play football. So it didn't have nothing to do with affirmative action. It's just like, no, come entertain us, nigga. Like, so at my job I have now, I'm not a DEI hire. I'm not. Right. I wasn't hired to fulfill some kind of quote.
Though, right?
No. But I'm saying there's without these things have been so slow in terms of really helping us that, I mean, it's just language anyways. I mean, nobody can show me a marked improvement for us financially since the implementation of DEI. Like, it hasn't resulted in more black CEOs of Fortune 500 companies. It hasn't changed the hiring practices for most organizations that, if you look at the top, the majority of them are white. It didn't move the needle for us in that fashion. I seen other people get some concessions, but I didn't really see anything in there for black people, foundational black Americans. So we didn't cry about, affirmative action or DEI, even though it is a fundamental statement in saying, I'm going after your rights. I'm going after anything that's going to confront and deal with equality. That's an issue.
Hey,
but
Ken, remember when a long time ago when we had that when the lady from Madison came, DC Crowley came, we was talking about that bill about taking away one of our rights as far as having our personal reasons on why we don't want to get vaccinated.
Our kids.
And my thing was to take a right from anybody, any black person, especially in this country. You know what I mean? It's horrible. Because we already ain't got shit. And then to allow a motherfucker or to see him take something away, anything that could give us a little inkling of some kind of action, like that sucks.
Right.
And you got to feel like there's something to be a black man and support that. Because who knows? Your daughter, I'm sorry, but your daughter or your son might be the one to benefit from that, or could have been.
So here's my question, right? We're talking about DEI. Does DEI cover people with disabilities that want to go to work?
Yes, it is. Yeah, when you say inclusion.
Inclusion, exactly. So for the people who have disabilities but can't survive off of $603 a month, they decide to go to work, right? And they should be treated fairly and equally, and still should have that opportunity to be hired, right? Do Donald Trump got a plan to feed these folks that can't qualify for this job no more because DEI has not included them in it?
I think what he removed was the expected demand that they hire people, as opposed to organizations really being proactive on their own, saying, if this person's qualified, I'm gonna get in a position, right? Like it's the force feeding of an agenda. It's saying you have to have these quotas. And I think what he's saying is America is in a position where right now people hire on merit, which is inaccurate. If you look at it, we just know that that's not what has happened. That's why we had these laws and rules in there in the first place. And once again, when we start to talk about anything civil rights based or DEI or equality or affirmative action, yeah, we're not the direct benefit. We're not the main beneficiaries of it, but we are included in that conversation, whether it's a small percentage or a large percentage. So it's a problem that we have. And that's why all of us said, now you've crossed the line and crossed the threshold from being racist to being a white supremacist, because now you are affecting policy change. Right. So it's wrong. I guess it's the long-winded way of me saying, yeah, it's wrong to do. I'm just saying for foundational black Americans, it's not something we should come a part of. I mean,
but for foundation black Americans, we have to worry about Trump supporter hate groups entering our community.
That's different from DEI. That's different from DEI. Yeah.
That is DEI, but that is also something that I brought to the table or to the panel that we should not ignore. We shouldn't underestimate how trigger happy these folks is going to be.
Well, why would we ever, as foundational black Americans, not be aware? First of all, our history in this country, our history with them. I think we go into situations more pessimistic than optimistic. Most black people don't have any kind of faith in white people, period. They don't trust what they say. When they go to a job, they're looking around saying, let me be on my P's and Q's, because they have this thing called microaggressions where somebody will even say something to you like, oh, Kamar, I like your car. I see you got those woofers in there. I heard you bumping this morning. Now, Kamar might be like, I ain't even got no speakers in my car. That's a microaggression. He's making a racist assumption that you pulled up bumping the latest Diddy song out your 15s. That's a microaggression. That's, oh, I'm sorry. Kevin, did you want some hot sauce for that chicken? You ain't trying. You don't care whether or not I got hot sauce. You're being racist. I know niggas love hot sauce on their chicken.
Or how about this? We used to grow up going to the clubs and shit, right? You go to some clubs, they say, oh, no, your jeans too tight. Or your jeans too baggy.
Too loose, yeah. Too loose.
That's a microaggression. Because you know what I mean? They being racist. They being racist without they being racist without saying they being racist. You know what I mean? They being racist without pointing out the race. You know how like making rules saying about black, no ball caps, no white tees, no baggy jeans. You know what I mean? That's really a microaggression.
Oh, it goes deeper than that. It goes
of
even
course
deeper.
It goes deeper than that. We just talking about what a microaggression is.
Yeah, it goes way deeper than that. It goes to, oh, we gotta cut some folks, but I know Bill, he be sleeping on the job, and Derek, he don't sleep on the job, but we gonna cut Derek, even though he a reliable worker, because we gonna say the white boy Bill.
Yeah, you know what?
But it's okay. I just wanted to say hi to the Outlaw.
No, that's what's up. I just want to say this. My best advice to my people is tighten up, gangster. The days of like, there's no one to cry to. You ever heard somebody say, you won't hear me complain because even if I did, who would care? It's that kind of situation for us as foundational Black Americans. And you got to get in where you fit in. You have to work to increase your worth and your value as a person, meaning professionally, what do you offer? Now, of course, I'm going to go into some situations and some white person who's less qualified than me is going to get a position. But just as a result of that rejection is not going to cause me to stop. I'm going to keep pushing. I'll keep working. I'll earn mine. You've never given me anything in the first place. Even with all your rules in place, you still never given us anything. So the whole point is I want to hear Black people just stop crying and complaining and just get down to work, man. We got a lot of work we need to be doing in our community. There's a whole bunch of accountability to be had, and we need to get to work on that. Shout out to everybody who's part of the delineation movement and who truly understands what it means. I love the fact that when somebody really goes and looks up that word and then I have a conversation with them after that, they say, that should make more sense to me now, as opposed to me hollering, FBA, that sound like a gang, right? It sound like we're going to jump you coming out the NAACP. But if we start talking about the delineation movement, it gives people a greater understanding, man. Do your research. Don't just be on clickbait to say this person did that, Trump did this, he said that. Do your research and learn how this thing really works. So we'll know how to turn it around, because it has to turn around, y'all. But above and beyond, man, the greatest thing you could do is be the change you want to see. Like, we can talk about what need to happen, but if it don't start with us, it don't start nowhere. In other words, if your criticism of the community outweighs your contribution to it, if you really do a deep dive, you'll find out that you're a coon. I'll see y'all Wednesday, man. Peace and love, man. Y'all keep your head on the swivel. Shout out to the nigger whisperer, Kamar.